Should we start it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the intro.
Good. What's the story?
Alright, people. Welcome to episode 13 of Three Stuffed Guys. I am Jeff. This is... Your eyes are closed so you can't see them.
I was waiting for your last name.
No, I don't need to give that anymore. Everybody knows who I am.
Everybody, Jeff.
Wow.
Everyone.
Cocky motherfucker.
This is the most listened to podcast in the history of podcasting.
We'll get into that too.
Okay.
I'm upset about the statistics when I looked at them today.
Let me just before we do anything else. Does the precipitous slide have anything to do with one Matt Rudy introing podcasts?
Yes.
Good to know.
No. There's an increase in listeners. I'm just upset.
Really?
I'm upset from where they're coming from.
Oh.
They're Muslims, towelheads.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, God.
Yeah.
We just lost them all.
Exactly.
No, it's from Saudi Arabia, but it's like
I don't understand that.
I don't know, and it's like 700 something, and then like the U.S. is like underneath is like 40.
I'm telling you, it has to be the troops out there.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is
Because
either.
Obama pulled out of...
Yeah, but there's still like a lot of people out there.
So.
I know. That's why he pulled out. He's like, hey, what are you guys doing there?
What? I didn't mean to stick it in there. Sorry.
God, I didn't even put my little soldiers in there.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Blake Rudy, that's my name.
Blake and
Matt.
Rudy.
Okay. I'm Jeff Rudy.
Jeff Rudy.
Three Stuffed Rudies.
See,
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe we need to do like an incentive for people that listen to the podcast. Like if they send us like a fucking if they constantly
They send us
like
money.
Well, if they
I will suck your dick.
Then we will suck your dick.
I'm just saying, like if they send us like questions and stuff like consistently, like we get from like the same person consistently, then we should like reward these people for participating.
Okay.
How are we going to reward them for participating?
I don't know.
Besides
like,
giving them the best goddamn podcast in the history of the world.
Free hats.
Free hats.
Who's gonna make these hats?
You just make a little paper hats. Didn't you see South Park? Jesus Christ.
I thought it was a free hat.
Free hat.
I wanna watch that shit.
They made Tweak. Make all the little paper hats.
I know.
We didn't have enough. We only had like 30. And there were like 600 people.
Speaking of Tweak, what did we eat today?
Okay, so I had leftover pizza from last night.
Gross. Where?
It was Domino's.
Gross.
Because
Why?
I tried their new pan pizza.
Ew.
It was
Good?
actually not bad.
Not bad?
It was actually not
Domino's quality has
bad.
gone
Domino's
up.
has gone up since they changed the sauce.
compared
and all
to,
that stuff,
you know,
compared to what
like...
they used to be.
Since they completely
Since they completely redesigned
Yeah.
the entire pizza operation.
What about Papa John's? Do you think they've gone up or down?
Down.
In terms of quality and stuff,
Yeah.
it's the same as it ever was for me.
Okay.
Tastes
I
like
don't
cardboard.
eat them
You
anymore,
are listening
so.
to Pizza Business Talk on
Well, you know,
WFAA.
We probably could do a whole podcast about pizza.
Yeah, we could.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Our freaking picture is a pizza pie.
I know, exactly. So, there you go. Yeah, no, I mean, like, all of the chains, they're all pretty much the same as they ever were for me. Domino's is the only one, and that's because they actually went in and retooled everything.
I know Papa John's did too, but I mean they didn't redo
Not
everything.
as
They
much,
changed their
yeah.
crust and
Yeah, but it still tastes the fucking same to me. I don't
Yeah.
understand,
Yeah.
like, I was like, what change? This is the same shit.
It's like that very like flaky cardboard crust.
Yeah,
It's like really weird.
Papa John's is the only one, and I'm glad they do dipping sauces, because the only one that I actually use a dipping sauce for, and it's because I need to if I eat that crust. I feel like I need to have some sort of dipping sauce.
like
What's wrong?
marinara or
I
like
use the cheese
garlic
sauce.
of cheese.
Oh. They don't put a lot of sauce on their
Really good.
pizzas.
Yeah, they know.
Like Domino's
Up
does
to
a
you.
good job.
Cheese makes everything better.
And then pizza is just greasy as
Ice
hell.
cream?
You never had cheese ice cream? Some good stuff.
I'll have to try it one day.
Telling you, it's pretty good. Have you ever had the
Case of
piece
Velveeta.
cheddar on top of apple pie?
No,
Yeah.
That's good.
I still haven't done that. I
It's
know that's a
actually really
popular thing, but
Yeah.
I already don't like apple pie as it is, so it's like
I love apple pie.
What?
I like pie.
What?
The fuck is wrong with you?
I'm more of a wiener person.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good God.
Why couldn't you walk up our stairs today?
No, I said what I ate. What did you guys eating today?
Oh, I didn't eat a damn thing.
Oh, so
You haven't eaten anything today?
No, I'm hungry.
So we're eating after this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm hungry.
That's fine. Have you eaten anything today, Matt?
I have.
What did you eat?
I went to Christina's fine dining Mexican.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Saturday.
It's my
Got it.
I forgot.
And
I had chicken tacos. They were delicious.
Oh yeah, I was like, I was about to interrupt you, but I was like, "Evan, so what you eating? What you eating yet? Say what you eating, but don't go on to the
I know.
to the other stuff until he's told us all stairs.
Oh,
And then,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, so I'm delegating the stories
Okay,
today.
that's fine.
I'm
That's
referee.
fine. Okay, so at what?
Oh, is it? Are you done?
Oh, are you done?
I had flan too.
Okay.
Oh, flan.
Okay.
Nah, you good.
Okay, so
Come on,
Jesus, unprofessional mother.
Mom!
Phone.
Phone!
Of course, it's in my room too.
You only have one phone in this goddamn house.
We
What the hell?
two, but I think one is always like invisible.
Jesus. I can't tell a story if he's not here.
But what the fuck are we supposed to do for
I
like
guess
an
we'll
hour?
kill time.
Mag!
The group is lost without you. You're the hub. You're the wheel.
There he is.
Jesus Christ.
We didn't know what to do while you were
It
gone.
took forever. Okay, so all right, so at work,
Yeah.
there's a couple of people there who they started eating better and stuff like that. They're trying to lose some weight, just trying to stay healthy.
Gay. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, who wants to fucking be healthy?
So gay.
So every day, 3 times a day, they take like a little 10-minute break together, and they go and they walk the stairs in our building. Okay, our building is 12 floors. We're on the 9th floor. And so what they do is they actually go up to the roof, so one floor above, so actually the 13th floor.
Mm-hmm.
So they walk up the stairs to 13, they walk downstairs
Bad
to
luck.
1, I know, and then they walk back upstairs to 9. So it's a full,
Yeah,
circle.
right.
So they've been doing that for about a month and a half. And they're always trying to get people to do it with them.
You're so
You
gay.
can see where
You're so gay.
Oh man, I was just bored. I had nothing to do on Friday.
For 10 minutes?
Yeah, I mean,
You couldn't find something to do for 10 minutes.
no, I just felt like, I'll go do it and see what it's like. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. That was ridiculous. Like, I used to go for walks and jogs and stuff, like 5-10 miles. Dude, halfway back up the stairs, I could barely fucking walk. Like, my legs were starting to quiver. Oh, god damn it. They're starting to quiver and shake.
Yeah.
And so I get back. I mean, I did it. And I get back there, and I'd sit down in my chair. And I was sitting there, and like, literally, my muscles are, like, twitching in my legs. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. I woke up this morning, and I could not get out of bed. I was just like...
That's what Italy was like. It was like nothing but stairs.
Let's open it up a little.
Podcast is just...
I see him looking through the damn like door crack. It's like
Podcast is so all over the
I
place.
know, dude. Come on. It'll probably be the most popular one you've ever had.
How does he know?
I don't know.
He's on the couch with Grandpa watching football, and then all of a sudden, like, he can hear us, like, whispering up here in me.
He can hear Jeff's like booming
You
voice.
can hear me. That's right.
Lick my toe, you pussy bitch.
Oh, okay.
And now he's like a distraction.
No, you guys can talk. I'm gonna rub the pussy.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so yeah. So I'm an old man. And my muscles are woefully out of shape. So I'm not gonna do that anymore, but I am getting back into jogging and stuff like that. Because I gotta drop some more weight. Okay, go away. Go. No. No. Go. Get out of here. Get out.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, so...
on to story number 2.
Okay.
What? What's my story?
Christina's
assuming it has to do with Christina's
sexcapades.
Nothing.
What happened there?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
Go ahead.
There's obviously something
Just
there.
the usual.
Yeah, he came in my room bragging him, telling these tall tales about people wanting your dick or some shit. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
She doesn't listen to this, does she?
I hope not. No, because we haven't told her about it.
Okay, good. You can say whatever you want.
There you go.
I'm going to say whatever I want. Just
Well,
in case.
You guys will listen to 3 Stuff Guys. You can
Hope you enjoyed it.
Follow us on Facebook. We got nothing left to say. What else has happened?
Okay, we'll talk about our Saudi Arabian listeners.
I already like ruined it. I said I was going to save it, but that was it.
That was the entire thing. Was
I'm
just
just
we're up, but only in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because like I don't think it's Americans in Saudi Arabia. Like I don't think it's English-speaking people in Saudi Arabia. I think there's just some weird computer thing going on, and like for some reason we're getting downloaded over there because it's a huge amount that doesn't correlate with like any of the other countries. Because like we literally have like maybe like 100 listeners in like the U.S. or not like listeners, 100 like downloads in the U.S. And then like a little less for every other country like the U.K. and like Germany and like other places that like they might actually speak English. Saudi Arabia, like there might be people that speak English there, but like 700, 800 downloads in that one
That is weird.
place. It's kind of weird. Makes me think that there's like something, I don't know.
Maybe they're making propaganda from our podcasts.
Maybe.
Making videos that go along with our voices.
Or maybe they think that we're like a terrorist like advocation group because of some of the stuff we've said.
I mean, they're not wrong.
I know, I'm just saying.
I mean,
Maybe they think
pretty astute,
we're gonna help them, which is not the case. We work alone.
That's true.
We're lone wolves.
We are lone wolves.
We're lone wolves in a pack.
This pack of lone wolves.
They go help no one.
Ah, that should be our
Pack of lone wolves.
that should be our album name when we release our album. That we will release before Raphael releases an album.
I think we would. I think
we probably
I think
would.
we can sing songs and
We can.
faster than Raphael can.
That's true.
There should be one song where we actually just sing it really fast.
We should.
Oh man, Freebird condensed to 30 seconds.
Pretty cool.
That would be.
Okay, so what else is going on?
Nothing really.
Nothing at all.
No. I'm trying to think if anything. Black Ops 2 came out.
Black Ops 2 did come out. I'm already I'm about an hour away from prestiging for the first time.
God. Wow. Like, how easy is that game?
Well, it's double XP weekend.
Yeah, it's first
For the
launch
first
weekend.
But still.
Yeah, well, it's not that the game's easy, it's just that I'm good. I'll tell you.
At what's the level to prestige as? It's 50?
It's 55 this
Oh.
time. I know, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. But, yeah, they made tweaks to it, you know, like...
It's pretty much the same.
It's pretty much the same, but they're trying to make it so that, you know, before, at least what I rolled with was, I rolled Blind Eye, so that nothing up can see me.
Yeah.
I rolled Ghost, so I don't show up on any radar. I used Suppressor, so no one was ever seeing me on any radar anywhere, and nothing could shoot me automatically.
Yeah.
And now they've made it so you can't do all of that.
Yeah.
You don't get Ghost until level 55,
Mm-hmm.
which you then, if you prestige, you got to use your little prestige token to unlock that so that you have it, but then you got to unlock everything else again. So I will be doing that because I want Ghost, god damn it.
Yeah.
But they went to this system now where, you know, you can only have 10 things total. Okay, so attachments for your gun, grenades, you know, all of that stuff, it all counts as a thing. And then they broke up all the little perks so that you really, if you want to carry more than one gun, you can't have all of the perks that would make you invisible to everything.
Yeah.
You can't do it. I'm only going to be able to do it because I'm literally just rolling with one gun and one grenade, and the rest of it's all perks.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
But you still can't do that because... I mean, I guess you can if you only use one perk for each like slot. Because if you unlock the greed thing, the greed medal or whatever, that actually counts as an item.
Yeah, I know.
And then the second perk counts as another item.
And the way that I have it set up right now, and I don't have Ghost yet, which is going to be when I actually get it, I'll have to figure out what I'm doing. But I think I won't be able to do it anyway because you can't have 3 of the perks that you need are in the same class. And you can only have 2 of them at most. So you have to give up one of the things regardless if you want Ghost.
That's bullshit.
I know, that's what I said. I was like, if you want to play that way, let me play that way, goddammit. That's how I do it. You know, other people are run and gun. They use lightweight, they use scavenger, and they have submachine guns, and that's all they do.
I never use scavenger. I use lightweight though, and fast hands.
A lot of people do the scavenger just so they don't, because they spray so much, they run out of bullets. Like, seriously, they just run around going all the time. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Good job. But I don't. I do the other thing. I try and... I mean, I don't use a sniper rifle, but I pick people off with an assault rifle from across the map. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what we do, pretty much.
So, it's kind of annoying, but
the levels are...
fine.
I mean, the levels are so... I don't know, because like, the levels are like, they're... I don't say they're smaller, but they're designed so that it's harder to like just camp and sit there.
Oh yeah, they said straight out they were trying to make it so camping is no longer a big thing.
Yeah, and it's kind of true. Like, you really can't because like
you can't.
You go plop down for like a few seconds and all of a sudden like someone will just like appear.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like it's very quick and like
it is.
And you die a shitload more in this one than I think you did in like any of the games.
Yeah, at the beginning I did a lot. Like the first few run-throughs, I mean, like I was dying like crazy.
Even on like level 1 of like being at level 1 in like Modern Warfare 3, I wouldn't die as much as like Black Ops 2.
I agree.
See that like would piss me off to like no end.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the camping thing's not that big of a deal. I'm like, if somebody's camping, you know exactly where they are. Just go back and kill them.
Right.
It's not a big fucking deal. I'm like, oh my god, they like move like one little like 2 feet over. Like, who cares? I'm like, if you can't kill like a camping person, like, you suck.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I am glad that it takes away from sniping though, because there's so much like obstruction in the map.
There is.
There's
a couple that are fairly wide open, but there's only a couple.
Yeah.
Most and a lot of them are like small with tons of corridors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really they're running gun maps.
That's good.
So it's tough for me.
I hate snipers.
I don't do that shit.
I hate people that snipe too.
Yeah,
I
don't know. I don't mind sniping,
but like don't
that
like
much.
But like you know what I'm talking. Like there's like people out there that all they do is snipe, and then they're like I'm so good. I'm like, no, you're taking advantage.
What I hate is no scoping. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That they needed to fix. Mm-hmm. They needed to make it. It makes it so that there is no real skill involved.
Yeah.
You know, make it something that's actually.
As long as like your bullet goes somewhere in that hit detection bubble, like you're good because it's just a one-shot kill.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen no scoping as much in this one. But
there was a guy we were playing last night. There was a guy that was
there?
Yeah.
So I haven't really seen, but I also haven't seen anybody really running shotgun very much in this.
Have it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen people running shotgun nearly as much as I used to
That's
see.
Good.
Yeah, there was one dude who was shotgunning, and we were like pissed because it was just like. I don't know what the fuck he was using, but it was insane.
Yeah.
So we just made it like our personal vendetta to go kill his ass.
That's what pissed me off with like Modern Warfare 3 is like some guy would use a shotgun, he'd blast you from like 30 feet away, and you're like, and you would use the same exact weapon, and it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, it's no different in this game.
It's a little different. They did make it so you can't shoot it from as far unless you use the long.
Yeah. But
then you can do it.
What makes like shotgunning hard, like what makes that type of shotgunning, like shotgunning from like a distance hard about this game is that like because there are so many like little corridors and turns and shit, like they're just gonna hit a wall or something.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't really run into shotguns like that. It wasn't that big of a deal, and when it was a big deal, it was because we were right next to them, and they blasted with a shotgun. And it's like that makes sense. Like of course I would die from that.
Right. Yeah, I don't have any problem with the way that it's done. I just haven't seen people doing it as much, which is weird to me. I mean, I saw it all the time in Warfare 3 and Black Ops.
Yeah.
People use those shotguns like fucking crazy.
Well, that's like every Call of Duty. Like whenever like the people like first get it, I think what happens like you get like the hardcore Call of Duty people that like are gonna buy it no matter what,
Right.
and like people that can afford it, and like they're usually like good, so they use like the assault rifles, they use like snipers, whatever.
Sure.
And
it'll be after Christmas that all of a sudden.
and then all of a sudden you get all the little kids on there, and they're like they suck, so they have to use shotguns.
That's
and all
I'm
that.
gonna get excited.
And those are the people that run around with a pistol and the knife. And they just try and stab you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a game I'll ask for Christmas then. Keep Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I don't like it that much.
Yeah, but it's like something to play.
Yeah.
It's more trash talking. That's fun.
It's something to play, but like I know James is gonna be out of it soon.
Why?
That's his trend. Like he buys it, he plays it for like about a month.
Yeah.
Off and on, and then he gets tired. And I know it happens too because Raphael hadn't played it at all. Like he bought it, played like some of the single player campaign, and hadn't jumped on multiplayer like ever until last night. So he had it for like almost like a week without ever getting on the multiplayer. James played it every single day, like nonstop. Like he plays it by himself, or if he can find someone else on his friends list or whatever. And I think that's why he's gonna get like tired of it because like we just play when we're all ready to play.
Yeah.
He plays it constantly and gets like
burn out.
Yeah, he's just gonna.
But he goes from one game to another anyway, so it doesn't.
Yeah, and I kind of do.
Like I play it all the time, at least as much as I can. But I don't play any other games. Like I basically pick one game and I play it for 6 months.
It seems like it would. Yeah, it seems like you would get burnt out like pretty.
Not
quickly.
really. I mean, I guess it's just because the multiplayer aspect of it is fun for me.
Yeah,
That's
I would
the
say
part
like
I enjoy.
I will say, like, the Call of Duty games, like, I do get my money's worth out of them. Because you do play them for, like, so long. Like, every other game, like, I can rant and beat it in, like, a day or two. And then it's like, okay, like, I'm done.
Right.
And I'm glad I didn't spend the $60.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like Assassin's Creed 3. Great game, but it's like, I own all the other ones. And I might buy this one when it goes down in price just to have them all. But... Yeah. It's not worth paying the $60 for when it first comes out because I beat it in 2 days.
I wish I had not bought Halo 4. I really wish. I could have just toughed out the week not playing with my friends for a while. I could have just been like, whatever.
Yeah, it came out a week before Black Ops 2. Like, just wait.
Well, but I got it for free. I used the rest of my little gift card, so I didn't.
But it's not free. I mean, you could have gotten Black Ops 2 with that gift card.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. I mean, I can go sell it back and at least get some of my money back for it.
It's all on Amazon.
Yeah, that's true.
You get a lot more of your money back.
That's true.
For like $40.
Yeah.
You'll get back.
Yeah, that'd work.
Especially now because Christmas.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll probably do that because I'm never gonna play it now.
Yeah.
Like I'm never gonna play it.
Yeah, the guy that I work with got Halo 4 and he said he played it like for a little while, but he's just like yeah, I mean it's like it's Halo.
Yeah.
I think it's Halo like 3, like closer to like Halo. Maybe Reach. I don't know. I didn't play Reach.
Yeah, I mean it's
not as good as Halo 2.
No.
Halo 2 was the best.
Yeah.
Like, period.
That or ODST.
I hate that game.
Halo 3 was like, it was good, but it was like disappointing that the campaign was only like 2 hours long.
Yeah, I don't even care.
I
I
was
just
like,
like campaigns.
I know, but even the multiplayer was like, they took out the dual needlers, took out like a lot of things or changed it, and he was like,
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the dome bubble because people just walked in and then you're trapped. They threw a grenade in there. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm playing this until Modern Warfare 4 comes out. So.
Or whatever they call it.
Next spring?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
I'm wondering if they're actually going to make Modern Warfare 4 or if they're going to make something new, because wasn't the trilogy like completed?
Probably something new.
The story concluded.
They might go something else though.
They'll probably go to Call of Duty Medieval Warfare 1. That's probably what they'll do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you gotta make us some royalties.
Yeah. No, they'll follow in Black Ops 2's footsteps and make a Killzone like.
Yeah.
I was so mad because like I posted on Raphael's like status like before like it was the night like Black Ops 2 was gonna come out, and like I posted on his little Facebook like saying that I already had the game, and I was like waiting for him to be like how'd you already get it? And be like yeah, like it's like Killzone 2, like making like Killzone 2 joke. But he never freaking responded. I was like so pissed. Like, God damn it, Raphael.
Yeah, it's like it feels like Killzone and like Resistance had a baby. We called it Call of Duty.
I remember Resistance Online. So bad.
That wasn't really online. I'm just talking about the general.
Yeah, and I mean like the whole touting the futuristic thing.
It's not very futuristic.
Not really
at all.
I mean, there's a little bit of tech that you would be like, yeah, I mean, they don't have that right now, so that...
Or maybe they do. Like the paper airplane that he throws?
It's called Black Ops.
Wait, what? He does the paper airplane?
Yeah, it's the hunter-seeker drone.
Yeah, it's like a little plane that he starts up and then he
like throws and then it goes up and it finds a target and just like dive bombs them.
And they have the Hellfire, which is just multiple Predator missiles that like fall at once, like in a little area. But like the like explosion radius is the exact same as like one Predator missile.
Right.
It's just like a couple little ones. Like it's just a fancier way of doing a Predator missile.
Yeah. Right.
If anything, it's more. It just costs them more money. Like the tech.
Have you played the zombies at all?
No.
Zombie mode.
Fuck zombies.
No.
And I don't care about it.
The
like
other one, but
I feel like that genre of gameplay has like just died off. I'm like, it's been overdone. I'm like, I don't even care anymore. Like, yeah, zombies are cool and shit, whatever, but they overdone.
That's why I don't watch The Walking Dead. As much as people tell me it's good, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like,
the first season was okay. Season 2 was not very good. This season's better.
I've watched all of Romero's stuff. I've watched like tons of zombie crap. All the Resident Evil movies. The quintessential fucking zombie movies.
Exactly.
Shaun of the Dead. I mean, you can't really get better than that.
That's
it. Well, it's like after 2 Dead Risings, 1 Dead Island, Red Dead Redemption, The Undead Nightmare, and just like there's too much zombie shit going into like normal games.
I know. There is. But
God,
that's the trend. That's the thing.
Yeah, vampires and now zombies. And
I think that trend is dying.
See, I'd be more interested if they did Call of Duty Black Ops 2
vampires. Dude, that would be shit. The Dark Ages, like. Yeah, because it'd be like sticks and stones, quite literally. Like you'd just be staking people in the heart. Crossbow.
Be awesome.
That would be pretty fucking sweet.
That I would play.
Can they fly?
Yes.
So can we just call it like? Can we do a Call of Duty like Mothman Prophecies like collaboration? I know, but it was still like a Jersey Devil type deal.
I would say Call of Duty Transylvania Warfare.
There you go.
And then Van Helsing could be one of the skins that you could get.
Call of Duty that really creeps my jeepers.
That's the porno. That's the vampire Call of Duty porno.
That's when the vampire like grabs you and he just jerks off and
wouldn't the porno of Call of Duty just be called Call of Duty?
Yeah. They'd have sticks and stones would be dildos and
stones.
And stones and anal beads.
We need
crossbow shooting.
We need to start a porn company.
Yeah.
And all we do is adapt classic literature as porn.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be good.
The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
Moby Dick.
I mean, come on. It's already done for us.
I know, big whale. That thing writes itself.
It's a big whale that fucked all the people on the ship. That'd be pretty good. Yeah. 20,000 Leagues Under Your Pee. It'd be a gross one. It'd be Japanese funded. Piss fetish.
That's right. Well, and that would make sense because there would be tentacle rape.
Yeah. They practically write themselves. You're right.
I mean, what we need to do is we need to get some of the public domain stuff, like all the Shakespeare stuff.
Heights, Quivering Nights, done. Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Letter.
Let her fuck you.
And we could incorporate our branding. straight to her
That's
tit.
right.
Just bringing a whore on her tit.
Yes.
Because it's modern. You don't want to put the...
No. I mean, we're gonna Baz Luhrmann this shit up.
Yeah. It's literally going to say Excalibur on his gun.
On his dick.
On his dick.
Exactly.
Romeo plus Juliet. That's already a porno name.
It is.
Now, would we keep the language the same?
If we're gonna Baz Luhrmann it up, we'd have to.
Okay.
In fact, it should say Baz Luhrmann presents.
A Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Call of Duty sex warfare production.
That would be good. Sexual warfare.
What if our countries waged sexual warfare in other countries? What would that look like?
Would dominate everyone but the African countries.
China would be wiped off the map.
Right, I mean, and Japan would survive, but only because nobody wants to go fuck with those guys. Who knows what the fuck's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I like this. We got some work to do.
We got some wars to wage.
We do.
Okay, well, what else happened?
Yeah, what else has happened in the last week?
Breaking Dawn Part 2 came out in theaters.
Yeah, it did. That is true.
That's
That
it.
is a true statement.
That is a truthful statement. I don't know, I don't care about Twilight, so...
Oh. What?
Yeah, neither do I. Yeah.
I heard they changed the ending, though, so it's not like the book.
I don't know either of the endings.
I
so.
don't either, but...
Okay, so
That's
why
what I
are we
heard.
talking about it?
Because you brought it up, motherfucker!
I was just stating that it came out.
I know, and I was stating that they changed the ending,
Okay.
so... I'm sure all the Twihards will be up in arms, and then back in line to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think if anything else happened. Okay, well, we'll talk about Star Wars a little bit because there was a little bit more news. Okay, so they announced the writer, which we talked about last time.
Yeah.
Which, exactly as I said, I would bet before the end of November,
Yeah.
at least before Christmas, we're going to know who's directing it.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
Star Wars.
What are you?
I don't know what's on that. Oh, what's her name's going to be in it? Carrie Fisher?
Well, nobody knows for sure what's
No,
going on.
She actually said she was going to be.
Okay, number one, nobody knows for sure what's going on because they haven't even written the script yet.
I'm just saying, like...
I'm saying, yes, I would agree with you that Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill would definitely both come back for it.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, who the fuck knows? If they can get him, if they can tell him definitively, this is what you're going to do. You're going to come back, you're going to have one scene, and then someone's going to shoot you in the face. He would say, sign me up.
Yeah.
I think he would only come back if they kill off Han Solo. So there's no possible way they can bring him back.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they're bringing back Darth Vader in like a scene.
That's a rumor.
I know, but that's why I said apparently. If it was fact, there's rumors.
No. Apparently would mean that you saw something that was actually that somebody officially connected to it said. Otherwise you would say, the rumor is...
And it was
The
made
rumor
apparent to you that this was happening.
No.
Well, apparently I heard that who's directing it?
We don't know yet.
Then what?
I said they're going to announce it soon, though.
Okay, but what's the news?
Well, the news is that everybody in the world cast that they talked about originally, except J.J. Abrams, is the only person that has not gotten back to them about whether he would be involved or not.
So he's thinking about it, possibly.
You know, just throwing that out there.
I hope that happens.
That would be interesting.
Star Wars
And
and Star
Wars
Trek.
and Star Trek, that would be very interesting.
And then he just showed up to Comic-Con, this dick out, and
Exactly,
like,
just be like,
suck me nerds.
Yeah.
I own you all, bitches.
I know, if they could just get him and Joss Whedon to team up.
Oh shit, J.J. Whedon.
Nerdvana.
J.J. Whedon.
Oh my god.
What?
You're so stupid.
It makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Joss. That's
It
J.
does make sense,
JJ.
but it's so stupid that I don't even want to talk about it.
J.J. Abrams
I'm aware of the...
is his name, and then Joss Whedon is the other guy's name.
Oh, no, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Okay, now it makes sense. That was a good joke. Good one. The other thing was that, okay, so Kathleen Kennedy, who's the head of Lucasfilm now,
Yeah.
said that she talked to the employees at Lucasfilm and said that she expects them to make a new movie every 2 years. She didn't specifically mention whether it was just going to be all Star Wars or if, they're going to bring back Howard the Duck or what the fuck they're going to do.
Yeah, I heard people talking about that. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, just because Lucasfilm takes so long to do anything, that it would be interesting to have them making a movie every fucking 2 years from now until the end of time, apparently. I'm just saying. That's why nerds are just all like, oh my god, because this is, the status quo has been the same for 30 years, and all of a sudden, upheaval. So, it's interesting.
So is Lucasfilms like still around, or did they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just sold
Disney
Star Wars?
bought it.
Oh, they bought it. Okay, so
Disney bought
like
Lucasfilm.
It's part of Disney now. Okay, that's what I was
But they're
wondering.
still
feels like
keeping their banner, and they're still making their own production slate. Disney just bankrolls it. So, I don't know. We'll see. Lucasfilm, I don't know.
God,
I just don't know. We'll see.
That's what I think of Lucasfilm.
I wonder if the Star Wars video games will get any better now that Disney has control.
Probably not.
Nope. Have you played Epic Mickey 2 yet?
No.
Yeah, neither has anyone else. That's what Star Wars will look like.
I don't have a Wii.
Can't wait.
It's on PS3.
To put Star Wars
Epic
characters
Mickey?
in Kingdom Hearts now.
The second one. Oh god, I didn't even think about that. He's like, for them to put Star Wars characters in Kingdom Hearts now?
Oh god.
Fuck. That's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. Never mind. Fuck all that. I'm excited.
Yeah. There's just so
Cloud and Darth Vader fighting each other?
Or Sephiroth and Darth Vader fighting each other?
Well, they're both villains. Why'd they fight each other? They would team up
Because
as the
like,
villain group.
No, because they're trying to take control of the world separately.
No, but the enemy of your enemy is my friend. So Cloud and Vader would fight. And Sora and Vader would fight. And I just heard a bunch of nerds coming in their beds.
I heard it too.
It sounds like sweet, sweet music to my ears.
There's just so many things that could happen now because of all this stuff.
World War III.
Interesting.
World War III.
They hit.
When is Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out?
Never.
Jesus Christ. It's
I'll
Final
say never
Fantasy
now.
Versus 13 coming out.
I'm gonna say never.
Nah, it'll come out.
No.
What? Versus?
The Versus will never come out.
I have a
Kingdom
feeling
Hearts
it
3 will maybe come out.
I have a feeling Versus will never come out. Unless they say something at E3, which I doubt they will. But they better hurry the fuck
Guardian.
up. I know, dude. What the fuck?
I mean, are people really disappointed about that? Because Shadow of the Colossus was
I
not that
remember
great of a
what it
game.
was. I thought I saw another item.
What?
The people behind Sinister have been hired to write the Deus Ex movie.
Off the video
Off
game?
The video game.
Good. Good, great. Alright. God.
Yeah.
That movie is fucking ass. Did you watch
I
Sinister?
didn't watch it. I don't care about
He
See?
astral projects and walks around like the land of the dead.
the fuck.
Like in a ghost world of like the dead. And like finds this fucking
That's not even
devil.
what astral projection is.
I know. And he finds like a devil thing that looks kind of like the Jigsaw guy. But he's like red, and he's like he's like a little fucking devil. And like, there's probably a bicycle in there somewhere. And it plays the SpongeBob music in the background.
The fuck.
a really good movie.
Is it Apollo 18?
It's not Apollo 18 good.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
That movie's gotta be like the best movie ever. We saw that in theaters.
I know.
We came out of the theaters and we didn't say a word to each other. We went to dinner, went home, slept.
What is there to say after Space Rock Monsters?
I know, as soon as we saw that, we just... And then, no, it wasn't even that. It was the part that really mind-fucked us was like at the very end when it was like some of these moon rocks have been given to like leaders of different countries as like, you know, as gifts or whatever. And I was just like, okay. And then like, that was it. And then like the credits started rolling and I was like, what? Are we to say that these moon rocks are giant monsters and they were given to leaders of different nations, yet they've never like birthed into their monster form and killed anyone yet?
Not yet.
But it's been like 40, 50 years.
Maybe they can't live off of oxygen.
Maybe they're just biding their time.
Or maybe they like
maybe
bored into their fucking head.
They
and
transformed into the humans, or took control. And maybe that's what's wrong with Mitt Romney.
That could be.
He'd have a rock monster in his brain. He's got something in his brain.
I don't think he has anything in his brain. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. He's got too much fluid in there.
I know, I was going to say he's got too many circuits. Wires running in there.
Yeah.
He's got miles and miles of wire.
Yeah. It's like the last Mimzy. The giant IBM chip in his head.
I did not like that movie.
Did you like the part where they opened it up and it said IBM on it? It said Intel i5. It was like years before the i5 came out.
Really? Did it say that?
Yeah.
No, it said IBM on it though.
We made a movie and we would have so much product placement.
Oh god, yes.
I think we're gonna pay for a movie? I don't think so. Hell no.
No.
I wonder what movie like is the worst at product. Like, you know, they have so much.
Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers was a big one.
Transformers was pretty bad.
The only other one I could think of was like maybe the Bond movies, because of all the cars and things like that.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
other
like,
than that, there's not that much in there.
The new one had like nothing.
Yeah.
Like even like they didn't even show off his watch, which like they made commercials about his watch, but they like barely showed it in the movie. I was like, okay. And he had one gadget in the entire movie, which was a gun.
With that can only fire from his.
Yeah, we lost it halfway through.
biometric.
He never used it.
Awesome.
It's fucking awesome.
That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
Introduce a bunch of... See, that's what they should do. They should just introduce a bunch of cool-ass fucking gadgets and never have him use a single one.
But have him lose them.
Movie.
Have him lose them all. Not just like not use them. Just have him lose them.
Right as he's about to use every single one of them.
Well, that's how it happened. He goes like this, and then the thing goes like knocks out of his hand. He's like, oh, it's gone.
He's like, no, $3 million gun. I won't.
He's like, that. Fuck it. I'll make you another one.
Exactly.
God.
Well, I mean, that's
they should make an action movie like that. Like every time he's about to use a weapon, it just gets flung out of his hand. So
he's got to fist fight everyone.
Every time, like there's like a fucking the climax of the movie's about to hit, and you have all these like car chases and everything. Nope, all their weapons just get knocked out of their hands. Like they just keep pulling out guns and they get knocked out of their hands.
That'd be cool. But like anytime,
I would laugh.
Anytime any action is about to happen, like something stunts the action from happening.
It's kind of like
So he like that scene where the guy's like going away, like he's on a motorcycle, and the bad guy like takes off on the motorcycle, and then like Bond's like jumps through some fucking fruit stand and blows into it, and like shit goes everywhere, and he's like, oh, and he like picks up this other dude's motorcycle, and he's like, I'm borrowing this for a second. And he's like, boom, 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 boom. And he's like just dead. And he's like, oh fuck. The guy got away, and the movie just ends.
It's kind of like a 21 Jump Street. Like every time they thought the fucking vehicle was gonna explode,
up, yeah.
like never did. They're like, get down! Like, oh shit, never mind.
Chickens. That was a good movie. I'm glad to
It
make
was actually not bad.
Yeah, I'm glad to make it a sequel.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, it was
22 Jump Street.
Somebody was like, it was stupid. Like, it wasn't even that funny. I'm like, really? I'm like, are you like that
I don't
dense?
like comedy movies. I don't like comedy.
Oh, I hate people like that.
The one girl that said that to James, I don't like comedy.
James just kind of like looked at her and was like,
The fuck? I don't like you.
Like, who doesn't like laughing? Like, I don't understand that.
People who feel uncomfortable by their bodies.
Possibly.
What else? Thanksgiving?
Coming up. Thanksgiving
Ooh.
is coming up.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I saw the turkey.
Huh?
I saw the turkey in there.
I know, and we got the spiral ham. Hell yeah. The honey
Hell
glazed
yeah.
ham.
Fuck yeah.
We got,
Salivating.
got that pumpkin pie and that apple pie.
I gotta fucking work Black Friday.
I'm glad I don't work retail anymore. I never have to work a Black Friday again.
But I'm not even working like my thing. I'm like working on the floor.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's all hands on deck.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I've been on the floor
See
like
the,
twice.
See Walmart people are gonna strike,
Yeah,
apparently.
there's a strike, and there's Target people that are.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, they do get paid shit, and like, I remember having to work that crap and being like, fuck this, dude. Like, and people treat you like crap. I'm like, dude, like, can I get some help around here? I'm like, bitch, do you not see there's like 500 people in the store, and I'm trying to help like everybody. I'm like, calm the fuck down. Like, women are the worst when it comes to that shit. I'm like, oh my god, like, most of the men, they're just like there because their wives are there, and they're just like moping around, like, god damn. So like, I would rather just spend like $200 more and get this shit later, and not have to deal with this crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times the sales aren't even that good.
Yeah.
They're not usually. There's usually one, maybe two items that are actually a really
Yeah,
good deal.
yeah.
Other than that.
And those are going to be gone at the door, so don't even bother.
Exactly.
So if you didn't line up the night before, then you're not getting it.
Like, honestly, like, the online deals are way better.
Yeah.
And they probably have more stuff because they just ship it from the distribution center. So you're not having to fight the lines. I'm like, I would rather pay the shipping than have to deal with all that madness.
Well, it's like at Best Buy, like they only have like a camera, they're like a DSLR, and it's like $800 at Best Buy, and like on Black Friday they're like, oh, like you can get it for like $599, like $200 off the camera. You're like, oh, sweet deal, and so people like line up for that, and I'm like, yeah, but like on Amazon it is $5.99 all the time, and like they're probably gonna do a Black Friday deal on their item that is already fucking cheaper than anywhere you can buy it in like a store.
Yeah.
I don't get people. I'm like, just go on Amazon. Like, what do you?
I don't know. I mean, there's. I don't know. I can't explain it most of the time. I mean, some of it is just that people are creatures of habit, and so they do what they've always done. And Black Friday is now the tradition, even though it's
those types of people are like so easily influenced. It's like not even like funny. I remember one Black Friday because we had people line outside. That's when I worked for Best Buy, and we had people line up, and you would go with like the hot items, and you would hand out tickets. So if you got like if you wanted like something that was on sale, they would be like, oh, like you raise your hand, you get a ticket for it, and then they would sell you that item. But I remember like having to go around and I was handing out the Kindle tickets, and like one guy was like, he's like, who fucking reads anymore? And like I'm like, okay, like dude, I'm like, if that's your view, whatever, but don't like sound like a jackass when I'm like trying to do my job.
Right.
So I just looked at him. I'm like, well, all educated people do. I'm like, if you don't like to read, I'm like, that's fine. Like, if you want to be ignorant, I'm like, but other people like to read. I'm like, so don't make like a fool of yourself. And like he just like looked at me, and everybody else just looked at me like, I'll take a Kindle. And like I sold out those fuckers in like 2 seconds.
Right.
I'm like, dear Lord, people. I'm like,
why don't you work for them anymore?
Because they're a horrible company. That's all. Yeah, I'm like, Black Friday, like each store, they'll earn over $1 million, like selling shit. Yet I only get paid $8 something an hour.
Right.
I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, you could divide that $1 million up between your employees, or just pay your employees more that one day.
Yeah, do like a holiday time and a half.
Yeah, but even then, like I would want more than time and a half. If one store is earning $1 million, and that's a store like in Frisco. It's not even like the New York stores or like LA or whatever.
And double time.
Huh?
Double
hell
time.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, you're getting paid $8 an hour. Like, what is?
I want to get paid $20 an hour. 16, okay? 16 or 17 an hour for Black Friday. Oh, it's one day.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt them.
It's one shift.
It's one shift.
Like, one for you. I mean, obviously for the whole company it is one day, but...
I mean, you do work the entire day. Like, you do work like 9 hours.
I don't. I'm gonna ask him too when I go in, because the way my schedule's set up is like I go in like 7 to 3:30, but my manager, like my department manager, whatever, was saying that he's going in at 6, so he can get off at like 2. And I was like, oh shit! And I was like, I'm gonna do that too, because it's like it's one less, because like they don't open the doors until like 8 or 9, maybe like 8. So I go in at like 6. It's like that's another. Like, it's an hour of, like, you know, work before the doors open, but, like, one less hour of dealing with people.
Okay.
And he said even, like, for Black Friday, because, like, where I work, like, Black Friday is not that big of a deal, but, like, the mall will be packed because of just the mall.
Yeah.
But he said, like, even in the mornings, like, where I work, like, he's like, I don't remember Black Friday ever being, like too crazy that, like, you know, every person was busy, like, every employee was busy. Asshole. Yeah.
What?
That's the thing where we work currently.
No,
I'll bleep them out. I have a little bleep sound effect that I got, just in case we ever said anything that I had to bleep out.
oh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Retail sucks.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
I've only worked twice on the floor. Once was like a 6-hour shift, it was like a Sunday, and then once was like a 4-hour shift, but the first 2 hours of it were spent like doing the training, and then they actually put me on the floor for like the last 2 hours. So I'm just like, okay, I'm like, I don't know how to, like, I know how to work the register because I'm not like an idiot, but like I don't know what all the like the sales are. I don't know what all the coupon codes are, how to do all the discounts. So I'm just like, hey, good luck, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna be like every like 10 minutes, I'm gonna be like, hey, how do I do this?
Hey, this feel like coming like, how hard is your job? How hard is it for you to do? Just like, actually pretty goddamn hard, because you people don't tell me what the fuck you want. I have to read your goddamn minds, and like half the time you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You're talking about like some goddamn like technology out of like Transformers that don't even exist. Dude, like the stupidity like I would get. Like, people want like these house phones that like somehow like recharge their batteries without any electricity. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, no, it doesn't have a stand or anything. I'm like, well, it has to have like some sort of a pad or something to go on. I'm like, you can't like wirelessly like distribute energy. Well, at least now you can't. Oh, fucking A.
I was thinking about it, I'm like, I feel really bad for Best Buy employees, because Black Friday people are going to be asking for the Wii U because it comes out this week. But I'm like, they're not going to have any because that motherfucker's going to get sold out like day one.
Yeah.
It comes out tomorrow, actually. Yeah.
People will realize how disappointing of a system it is. And
it's not going, well, I shouldn't say it's not going to be disappointing, because it's PS3 360, like, a little bit better than those graphics. But
apparently, like, well, they had like an article on Kotaku where I guess they were playing Mass Effect 2 or 3 and Ninja Gaiden 3.
Yeah, and Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, and they said it was like pretty like choppy and like had bad frame rates, and they had like a bunch of jaggies, and the textures weren't like really that much better. But they're not sure if it's like a bad port or if it's like the actual hardware. So they're like, we have to kind of like wait to judge it. But
it might be a bad port just because those games are.
Yeah. But I'm also thinking, I'm like, it's Nintendo. I'm like, they're not usually like the most like, they make a lot of fucking claims, but then when it like really comes down to it, like their hardware is no better than anything else.
Yeah. But like I was gonna say, like, my point is, I guess that like
people are calling it like next generation. I'm like, it's not next generation, it's current generation. I'm like, next generation will be when the new, Microsoft and Sony systems come out.
Oh, it's definitely like a 2-horse race. Like, they're not worried about Nintendo at all.
No.
It's like Nintendo hasn't been a threat since fucking N64 probably. So when that GameCube came out, like, no one gave a damn. They were like laughing. Like, oh, you put on tiny little CDs that can't hold anything. Like, good one, GameCube.
The sad thing is, like, they put out like good games. Like, Nintendo puts out good games. Like, all their third parties like shit.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, they actually put out good games. I'm like, it just sucks that their system is like total crap.
And they showed that tech demo for Zelda on the Wii U, and I was like, bullshit.
What?
It's like, eat a fucking dick. It was some like it was like a it looked like Agnes Philosophy like type graphics, but like for Zelda.
Yeah,
and I was like, go fuck yourself. I was like, no.
Okay.
The guy's playing it and stuff, and he's like, yeah, then watch when I do this. And like right before he touches the screen, like Link does like something already. He's like, there's like a weird delay.
Yeah.
Like it was obviously like just a fucking movie playing.
Yeah.
And he's pretending to interact with it. I was like, oh my god. So everybody threw that out the window when they showed it.
Yeah, because then like Square Enix was probably like, no, that's like next generation like technology.
Yeah.
Well, next generation for like consoles, even though it's probably like current generation for PCs.
Except for no PC game uses. Like even though like the hardware for PCs are like a lot more powerful than like current generation stuff, like no game's gonna use it.
Yeah.
Because no company wants to like take the time to make a game for PC when like most of the market's on consoles. So yeah.
I can see a shift though from console to PC. Especially if they just get pricier and pricier.
I was gonna say the only way I can see it happening is like for two things. If console stuff gets pricier, like all the games are just like a lot more money, and then if they start putting little codes on the games to where you can't like borrow games, you can't rent games, any of that shit.
Because like to me, it makes more sense to put out the extra money for the hardware and then get the games on like Steam for like 50% off. Just like waiting a couple months and being like, alright.
Yeah, but then you'll be upgrading your hardware every year.
No, because the PC hardware, like if you get like top of the line PC hardware, it'll last you 5 years. I've had my graphics cards for like a good 4 years, 4 or 5. It's probably time to upgrade.
You need a Ford.
Huh?
I don't have a PC.
I don't either.
I don't even have a PC.
What do you have?
I have a Mac.
You get an iPad Mini at Black Friday?
No.
Why not?
So I don't like the iPad. It's too overpriced.
Yeah, good.
You can get the Nook HD?
No, I don't need a tablet or anything.
You're gonna get... I don't know what else you can get on Black
I
Friday.
have a Kindle, so I don't need...
Yeah, you can get a new Kindle?
No.
You should get a Kindle Paperwhite. Those are pretty cool.
Those do look pretty cool, but that Kindle works fine for me.
Yeah.
Until it craps out on me, I'm not gonna make a move.
Yeah, but even mine hasn't crapped out on me yet.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing too. I was like, I'm not gonna get one until mine craps out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
I'll
like
wait like
such
100 years. That thing will never crap out.
Probably. Yeah.
It's such like a simple piece of machinery. It'll like never crap out.
Yeah, well, it's
Just
essentially
like-
like an automatic Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, it's a digital Etch-a-Sketch.
It's the good stuff.
Etch-a-Sketch, that's where it's at.
Speaking of Kindle, let's see. I am currently reading The 12 by Justin Cronin, which is a sequel to The Passage.
Okay.
Who fucking cares?
Our literate listeners in Saudi Arabia might care.
There are no literate
They might
people
want
in
to
Saudi
read
Arabia.
a
Jeff,
post-apocalyptic vampire tale.
Jeff, they live a post-apocalyptic vampire tale.
I know, I'm saying they can identify with us.
There's no literate people in Saudi Arabia.
There's probably like 2.
Well,
They're the ones that keep all the others down.
yeah.
They make sure not to let them read what they read.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta have somebody who filters it.
Someone who reads the newspaper out loud to all the Saudi Arabians,
Exactly.
but changes some things.
Exactly. They read it and they're like, okay, so today in the United States, not gonna say that.
These little markers like, no.
Let's see. No, that's wrong. That's a lie. President Obama declared Saudi Arabia the greatest place on earth.
President Romney declared Saudi Arabia.
So that's how religions are started.
No.
Just get one delegate to
Religions
read.
are started on a bet.
Ah.
Yeah, like the one between C.S. Lewis and fucking Tolkien.
Exactly.
So what was their bet? That they could make a religion?
No, who could who could write the best epic about a religion?
Right. The best religious allegorical tale.
Yeah.
And what were those like Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings and Chronicles of Narnia.
Narnia.
Lord of the Rings is better, but I think Chronicles of Narnia is more religious.
Yeah, that's much more religious.
Yeah.
But were they religious at all? C.S.
Lewis was heavily religious. Tolkien, I mean,
I don't think.
I think he was.
Yeah.
Not as much as C.S. Lewis,
Yeah.
but.
Well, funny thing about like Lewis is like even though he's like heavily religious, like in his writings, like he catches himself like saying like
Just
unreligious
stupid
things.
shit.
Like yeah, just like he'll catch himself saying an unreligious thing, but then like try to loop back into like being like being like in one of his books he talks about like Jesus. Like if a person like held those kind of beliefs now, he would be like a madman.
Right.
All this other shit. He's like, but because it's Jesus, like it's okay. Like you're like, wait, hold on a second. Like,
Right.
Look at Jesus can funnel the madness out of his brain.
If Jesus can't, who can?
No one.
Exactly.
Snowball, open the door.
Snowball, you gotta learn to close the door. Man,
yeah.
pretty bad. Okay. So, what else?
Thanksgiving is this week. I'm excited.
So you guys doing it here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you doing it?
We're going to Greenville, my uncle's place.
Oh, at least you're doing like a family thing.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, we're going to the Marriott and we're gonna do a little ballroom
my God.
feast.
No, God no.
We're going to Gaylord, Texan, and we're gonna.
Never.
Between
Although we
Thanksgiving.
are thinking maybe next year.
Hold on, should we tell that story?
What? How we went to the fucking the Embassy Suites or?
Embassy Suites, I think.
Marriott or
Or the
something?
Marriott, I think it was Marriott. Yeah, one year we went to the fucking Marriott for Thanksgiving. Because I guess whose idea was it? Like Dad's idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person that's like so like fucking like pro family.
But we were in the apartments. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's no excuse. That is
I know.
no
There's
excuse.
plenty of people who make Thanksgiving dinners in the apartments.
Yeah, like, and I don't even care if we had like all the stuff. Like, I don't even care if we had turkey as long as we just had like a nice dinner. Like, I don't want to be a fucking Marriott with like other people on Thanksgiving. Just makes you seem like
It was like a big. It was a nice like buffet.
yeah.
But it's just like you're
But
sitting in like
still.
a ballroom filled with
Right.
people.
It's just like
And there's like there were poor people outside because they had
yeah.
they had like another like little area where they were feeding poor
So
people.
it's
and
just
shit.
kind of weird.
It's just like we need to have some divide here, people. Like there
Like,
needs to be some
be poor at your
some
homes.
caste system going on. Yeah, it's like
I'm like, well, like I just don't want to go there and like see like okay, like I know it's like reality that there's poor people. I just don't want to see it like when I'm
let
like
me
eating
ask you
dinner.
this. Will this be better? If you took the big ballroom,
yeah.
okay, and through the middle of it, you put up some two-way glass, like mirror,
Yeah.
so that on your side, all you see is your reflection. It makes the ballroom look huge. Okay, and all you see is yourself eating.
Yeah.
And on the other side, all they see is you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that two-way mirror.
Much better.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
what they should do.
We should do that.
Oh,
They
and
just
then there was-
funnel them into the little room, and they hey, look what you could have been eating if you weren't
Exactly.
And then-
stupid and poor.
And then remember, mom and dad got swayed into that whole. We're gonna deep fry our turkey.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No, I must have blocked that fucking memory out of my brain.
I don't know how they got it because it was all like during that huge people were like deep frying their turkeys, and they're like, oh, it like seals the flavor in there and like blah blah blah. Dude, we get this thing, it's like dry as hell. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, it doesn't even like look pleasing like at
Right.
all. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, so we went back to like just baking the damn thing. 'Cause it looks more pleasing. I'm like, it keeps all the juices in the pan. So I'm like, I don't know how you fucking dry a turkey out. I'm like, it's got all the damn juices, and then you just ladle it on top.
Turkey's naturally like a dry meat, though.
I know, but
Which is why I don't really
but
like
that
it
shit
very
was
much.
like dry. That shit was dry.
Are you having
Like
turkey?
jerky.
Are you having turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
well,
say, of course, but I mean, there are people who go to Taco Bell for Thanksgiving,
Well,
Sure.
they're not people.
No,
and
okay.
they're like, and they're fairly well off, and they don't like turkey. They just go to different places.
Yeah, like
Well,
my,
like there's other things besides
My
turkey.
in-laws-
Like there's
yeah.
ham. You can do ham.
my in-laws
Fuck,
no
do a
longer
steak or
like
something.
cook for Thanksgiving anymore. they just go to restaurants on Thanksgiving and eat there. But it's usually a turkey dinner. It's just they don't cook anymore. They don't feel like doing it anymore.
How old are they?
They're my in-laws, so they're pretty old.
Okay, well that's understandable.
I
think I
could see that though. I could see like not doing that like when I'm in like my 30s.
I mean, once you get to the point, yeah, I know. Like I would actually love to never have to. Just be like, honey, where do you want to go this year?
Like, I mean, like us, like mom and dad do it all. But I'm sure if you like asked mom, like to be, well, no, because mom will never admit to anything. She never admits to like her negative things. If we moved, dad is fucking closeted.
Like I'm pretty sure, like if we moved into like our own houses, like at some point, like in the future, like mom and dad would probably come over to one of our houses. Like we switch off, but they would still help with the cooking.
Yeah, and see if I ever had like a Thanksgiving on my own, though, I mean, like I will, but I'm just saying, like after like enough of it, I'm sure I get to the point where I'm just like I don't feel like doing this again.
Yeah, I mean it's starting to get there for me. Like,
yeah, it's a long.
It's just kind of like.
Time.
Plus, it's the same thing every fucking year. It's like, I at
Mm-hmm.
least want to mix it up. And, like, one year we go do something somewhere else. Like, I would like to go, once London's gone, I'd like to, like, go travel during Thanksgiving or something. Like, take a week and go travel somewhere.
You're an American bastard.
I'm going to eat turkey on the day. Wherever I am, I'm going to walk in somewhere and be like, I need a fucking turkey.
I mean,
don't go to Europe and ask for a turkey.
Holidays.
Yeah, I mean...
That's like one of the most perverse and violent...
Isn't turkey like an American bird? I don't think they have like natural turkeys in the wilderness anywhere else. Do they?
I don't think so. I think they are the American.
So like if you went to like Europe, it's gonna cost you like a shitload
It's the
of
bald
money.
eagle, sir. And that's what we should do. We should just eat a big bald eagle for Thanksgiving dinner.
Hell yes.
That's
the most American thing.
I know. I want that patriotism flowing through my fucking veins and arteries.
And like your tablecloth would just be an American flag.
Of course.
And then when you're done eating, you just burn it.
Burn it.
Just burn everything.
Compost it in the back.
Yep. You wrap all the bald eagle grits and pickings, and you wrap up an American flag, tie it off with a.
Yeah, you have like that. You have like one of those funerals where they burn the body.
You tie it off with a tassel taken from the original American flag. I don't know. You take a replica of the Constitution and you wrap it around.
No, you use that for kindling.
Yeah.
Get some red,
buddy.
Get some red, white, and blue like streamers, like those fucking bicycle streamers, and just tie it off with that.
Yeah. And fucking.
Well, but I think
set it ablaze in a great American.
Well, exactly. I think we should set the bonfire.
Yeah.
And then we should also set off fireworks later.
Oh yeah.
To celebrate.
To celebrate the death of the bald eagle. Of what?
Of the Indians.
Well, yeah.
That's what that's what I'm giving thanks for, that we killed off an entire race of people.
Yeah, thank you for killing off an entire race of people so that I may eat turkey every fucking year.
Yeah.
And just be tired of it when I'm 30. And want to go.
I'm tired of it like an hour after I eat. Like 10 minutes after I eat, I'm like, I'm tired of this.
I never get that way.
I don't either.
I've never
it's just like full. Like to me, it's not like because of like I know like the turkey has like the chemicals and whatever. I'm like, but I just like eat a lot. That's why I get tired.
Yeah, and that's why most people actually get tired. Tryptophan doesn't really do that much.
Yeah,
but I don't get how eating a lot makes you tired unless I guess you never eat. I think
it's just much. Like moving your jaw.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people they tend to gorge themselves on Thanksgiving. They eat more than they usually do.
Why?
It's a tradition.
That's just the way it is. I can't explain people to you.
Well, just try.
Okay, people are stupid.
There you go. That pretty much sums it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Well, no, I meant like, do people not eat like do people not eat to fullness on a normal basis?
And then they do, but they don't push themselves.
On Thanksgiving, people usually eat over full. They load up a plate, and they eat fast, and so their stomach doesn't have time to tell them that they're actually full already, and they continue to eat. Plus, they eat dessert. They eat all this other stuff that they normally wouldn't on a regular.
They get all the little snacks for like the football games
and
shit.
All sorts of stuff.
You got
so
people
just
tend
to eat a lot more on Thanksgiving than they usually do. So they end up getting tired. Tryptophan really doesn't have that much to do with it.
It's just I hate that because we Thanksgiving, like I'm sure most people do, we eat it like kind of early, and like
we eat like 12 or 1.
Oh, that's early. Then we fucking eat. We eat like 3.
No, we usually do 4. Like lunch.
I couldn't see like sitting down to eat Thanksgiving at like
in the afternoon.
No, like at like 6 or 7. Like it would just be freaking weird.
I mean, I could. Like, I could see that, but...
We've done it. I've done it once.
So that sucks even more for your case than what I was gonna say was, like... I hate that because then I hate when everybody's, like, tired and, like, the whole house just kind of goes to bed and everybody's like, you're done for the day. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Like, it's...
Right.
What are you doing?
No, exactly.
There's shit to do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bother me that much as it bothers me on Christmas. So on Christmas we also
I don't
like
care.
feast.
I don't care on like Christmas that everybody goes to bed because I'm still awake and I'm gonna play with my damn shit that I got or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever I got, like video
I was
games
talking
or
about
whatever.
like girlfriends and stuff.
Well, I don't have to deal with that, so.
Yeah, well, I do.
I'm so glad I don't have to like pay for anybody this year besides like getting mom and dad. I guess I get you something.
Yeah, we never discussed how much we're spending on each other.
$50.
You want cash or you actually want something?
I don't care, dude.
If you're gonna do cash, we just do what we did last year and just not get each other, get each other anything. That's what we did last year. It's like,
it's
why
just
don't
no point, like exchanging cash.
exchanging $50 each? And
So I had to take out $50. Now I gotta go deposit $50. What the fuck?
and like cards, I don't like them. You don't like them. Like, it's fucking. Who cares?
Waste of gas money. I guess it's like the concept of like giving a gift. Like,
Nah,
but like money is like really not a gift. Like there's no thought put into
money's
it.
Not a gift.
There's no thought put into it. Like I do like the money, but whatever. But
I feel like our brains have transcended the
gift giving.
Yes. I couldn't think of. My brain has not transcended the vocabulary. I'm trying to.
I like gift giving. Like I actually like going out and buying a gift and being like putting in some thought into it. So like personally, like actually surprised, which is like why last year's Christmas was like almost fucking ruined and like pretty much the reason I probably got dumped in the first place. Cause fucking what's her name? It's like do not buy Christmas presents like a week before. Like don't buy shit for yourself like a week before Christmas. It's like why would you do that? It made me so mad. I've never been so mad in my life. Well, if I have, but it's the most recent. And she's like, I don't understand. I'm like, you ruin everything. I'm like,
that's why I got broken up. You fucking ruined it.
she's like, I always feel like I'm guilty. I'm like, well, why do you feel that way? I'm like, maybe because you're fucking guilty of. Jesus Christ.
You pull out a brand for her.
Exactly.
I'm guilty.
Yeah.
It's just like women don't think. And then, well, here's like, here's
this podcast is just full of just great moments of wisdom from Matt Rudy.
No, because what I'm trying to get at is like women. Like I'm pretty sure if I did that,
yes,
like
let's generalize as much as possible, Matt.
no, I'm just saying like if I had done that, then the girl would have gotten pissed off because. They're like, I put so much effort into this.
So you're saying
like, blah,
there's
blah,
a big
blah.
double standard.
Yeah, there's a
here.
big double standard. She would have gotten pissed off because she's like, I put so much fucking work into everything, and then you do this shit and goddamn. And I've been like, whoa.
Oh, that's true.
Then,
that's true. Because she would start crying, and then it'd be your fucking job to cheer her up. Like,
then
you did something wrong.
like I did something wrong. But the minute like she does some shit like that, and then I get pissed off, and she's like, "Well, you're being such an asshole about it."
So then it's also you're wrong again.
Yeah, so now I'm wrong again. So then I have to make it like I have to call up and be like, "I'm sorry." Like I should.
Are you saying we just not get women gifts on Christmas? Is that really what we're getting at?
All of the world.
I think it would actually.
Hunger?
I feel like
it would.
Women
do eat a lot.
I feel like a lot of
fat fucking bitches.
I have a theory that most.
That's true. FFBs just right on their fucking forehead.
I have a theory that most girls just stay with the guy just for the Christmas, and then right after they get all their damn gifts, dump his ass.
No.
Is that why your wife's with you?
She's had 9 years of getting gifts from me.
And she wants gifts forever until you're no longer able to give her gifts, and then she's just like, fuck it.
I bet you the minute you lost your damn job, she'd be off somewhere else celebrating Christmas.
Yeah, see,
celebrating Christmas.
Or some other gift giving
we've
holiday.
gone through several Christmas that I wasn't working.
Oh man.
So I guess it's just love.
No, it's stupidity.
Yeah. Well, she didn't marry me, so it doesn't speak well of her.
It doesn't.
But
so I'm just imagining someone in like the. Did you guys have like a real wedding, or did you like elope?
No, we had a real wedding.
Okay.
We had a full-on wedding.
I just imagine someone in that audience had to be looking at the two of you, just being like, "Why?"
Probably.
looking at her, just being like, "Why did you do this to yourself?"
Probably. But,
And then on your side, everybody's looking at you like, "Why did you do this to yourself?"
Yeah, I know.
Does anybody object? Nope. Everybody keeps their fucking mouth shut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna object. Like, that's on my bucket list. Object at a wedding.
Object at a wedding.
I have one that I'll actually object.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, we know Raphael will object. That's why he's not invited to the wedding.
What are you talking about? He'll be the groom at your wedding.
No.
He'll be the bride. When you two get married, I'm not gonna object. I'm gonna be like, I want this motherfucker to get pounded
That's
tonight.
how gonna happen. That's how gonna happen.
You think Raphael will wear the dress? Is that what you're saying? Like, it's not gonna happen that you wear the dress?
That whole scenario is never gonna happen.
Are you both gonna wear a dress?
Hey!
Very progressive of you know.
The fact that two men would be getting married is already progressive enough.
No.
Probably true.
And disgusting as fuck.
I don't agree with that sentiment.
You don't agree with gay marriage?
No, I don't agree that it's
I don't agree with gay marriage
disgusting
either, Jeff. Thank you.
Right, so we're probably going to get a lot of viewers in San Francisco, and we're also the gays.
Texas.
Fire Island.
We're all the Republican states. The Ring of Fire. Really?
It's my wife.
You can't turn it off?
Yeah, of course I can, but why would I want to?
You accidentally answer it. Hello?
Just let her listen to the rest of the podcast.
She listens in
Start shit talking my wife all the time.
What the fuck? Like the people who call you, they'll call you or text you back, like, you know, or something. They'll be like, "Hey, like, I called you, and like, I guess like it picked up or something. I heard you like talking." And you're like, "What?" You realize the duration of your call lasted for like a good 10 minutes. Like,
Right.
they're just sitting there listening to your phone
And
call.
you're just sitting there thinking, what the fuck did I say?
What did I say? Why were
What
they
was I
listening
talking
so
about?
intently? What are they? What is he? What? Is he with a girl?
See, that would really be weird. I would get more mad at that. I would get mad at the person if they did that. I'm like, wait, were you talking about me? I'm like, why the fuck were you listening for 10 minutes?
Because you called them.
Because you called me, and
Or like, people just
so for 10 minutes I sat there and went, "Hello."
Yeah, like
Hello?
I was waiting for you to acknowledge me.
Hello for 10
I
minutes.
figured you were talking to somebody, and then
You know what the rule? This is my rule. If someone calls me and I pick up the phone and I say hello, and I don't get an answer, I go hello, and I hang up immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
I hate when people are like hello, 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 hello. You're like, shut the fuck up, hang up. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, I hate that. Like, that does that shit. I just hang up the damn phone. Middle of dinner. It's probably a telemarketer. We have caller ID. If they're not on the caller ID, they don't get answered.
You know what I hate when people say they butt dialed you, but they dial you, like, they keep calling you? Like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I must have butt dialed you. Like, oh, like, you get, to me, like, you get one warning. If it happens again, I'm like, there's something going on.
If it happens again, you're going to cut off their butt.
I'm like,
So they can't dial you anymore.
I'm like, listen, I'm like, if you just, like, if you want my dick, I'm like, just tell me. Jesus Christ, like, let's not play this
Yeah,
butt dial
Raphael. You
game.
keep butt dialing
Yeah.
for Raphael. Just tell me.
You get denied.
No.
Yeah. Shut up.
So you can get pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Matt takes his tampon out, his scarf off. Woo! I don't know.
I don't know what.
I don't know either, but
Wow.
I had a dream last night. That black boys and little white boys could get married and fuck each other.
Okay, so there's something for us. All right, so no, I was reading that
Bullshit.
Governor Perry has put forth the statute that you have to do drug testing to be on welfare and to be on unemployment in the state of Texas.
Hell yes.
I agree with that.
I agree with
I
that.
agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. Fuck the homeless.
I
No, it's just
agree
'cause
that
you don't
Fuck
want-
yourself, you
You don't
drug
want
ass
them to use their
motherfuckers.
welfare on things that
I
they
know.
don't need, like drugs
I
and
know.
alcohol. They're going to put them back into welfare.
right. I agree. Plus, probably a good idea if you're trying to find a job not to be on drugs.
Wait,
They have it for if you're getting unemployment as well. You have to take drug tests.
But that doesn't make sense because I thought that's how most companies ran. I thought most of them ran on employees who were on drugs.
No.
Is that just Godiva?
So it's just Godiva.
Okay. Shout out to Godiva.
That's right. I mean, yeah. So most of them, I know it's hard to believe, but most companies actually prefer employees who are not cokeheads and who are not on crystal meth.
Wow.
Which is weird to me because productivity would be off the fucking charts.
Yeah, it really would.
Think about if you were on
Nobody
speed.
would be complaining.
I know.
You'd be like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I know.
Think about if you were on speed working as Sonic. Think about how fast you'd rollerblade to that car.
Think how many fucking onion rings you would be grabbing.
Holy shit. Oh, man. There was a Dr. Egg joke in there somewhere, but I lost it. We're good.
Oh, man. I don't know. But yeah, no, I agree with that. I think it's definitely for the welfare. The unemployment. That's what employment drug testing is for.
Yeah.
If the employers want to test you for a drug before you can get a job, then that's their prerogative. But I don't necessarily need the state to be making sure you're not taking drugs
while you're working.
While you're on unemployment.
Yeah.
I mean,
or while you're not working as well.
Right. I mean,
who cares?
Exactly. You paid into the system.
If you're broke ass broke and you're not getting help from the government, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. You can go get into the sewers and suck dick every night and get your heroin or whatever. I don't care. Right. But if you're getting money from the government, free money, and then you're pissing it away on booze and drugs and shit like that, I do care about because that money could have gone in my pocket.
Exactly.
We could have a system where they pay the middle class.
Heroin too.
Yeah. Everyone needs a little something.
And I'm not going to spend my money on it.
No,
I'm
spend
the government's money.
But at least I'm a functioning person in society. So
exactly. At least I have a job already.
Yeah, that's my contribution.
I pay taxes so that I can get free money to buy heroin.
Yeah. Well, that's what your tax return is.
Exactly.
It's your heroin funds.
That's what I thought it was.
H&F block, is a heroin fund block is
heroin
what...
fund block.
Yeah.
It's H&R block, but...
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's the heroin and...
I don't know, I was on heroin when I saw the place. I'm not sure what heroin does to you. Make you itch?
Makes you sleepy.
Make you itch?
Makes you sleepy?
Yeah.
It's cocaine that makes you itch?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does LSD do?
LSD, you see stuff.
That's the one I want to be on.
Yeah, that's the one you want. That's the fun one. And then PCP just makes you want to kill people. So
that's a fun one too.
That's the really fun one.
So you want to be on PCP and LSD at the same time.
Technically, you want to just do
CBC
people. You kill things that don't exist.
You're two knives.
Oh yeah. Actually, you want to put together a cocktail of all these drugs and
God.
Yes, you just die instantly. Man, how fun will that journey be?
It would be the best quarter section of your life.
You would light up like the Matrix. You would have the trippiest trip in like 0.5 seconds that you've ever had in your life.
But see, that quarter of a second will last like
1,000 years.
1,000 years.
Okay, like when you die, your hair is all white and wrinkled up and shit. The quarter's like, what the fuck?
Quarter's like, this man aged 1 billion years. How did this happen? Yeah, cocktail.
But in your eyes, it's been like 1,000.
Yeah.
You've lived like so long.
It's like
you're going so goddamn fast.
Exactly.
It's like the clock stoppers. Like you're going so fast.
The clock stoppers.
Everything else is slowed down around you.
Clock cock. That's what we call it. Clock stoppers cocktail. Clock cocktail. Here's a good question. If you could accomplish 1,000... No, there's nothing there. I was like, if you can accomplish like 1,000 years worth of stuff in like one day, what would you do? But I was like, that's too much of a brain fucker.
Way too much
to think
I think you would do anything you could do in 1,000 years.
Can do. What song was that?
I don't know.
It was a mix between like I can do anything that you can do better, but I was doing it to the tune of I can see clearly now. The rain has...
Alright. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a question for you.
That cocktail's kicking in.
What is the most quintessential hipster band of all time?
Ooh, Arcade Fire.
Wrong.
Death Cab for Cutie?
Wrong. You know what the correct answer would be?
Neon Trees.
You've probably never heard of them.
That is going into my Christmas cards.
Thought of that on the way over.
No, Google had that on the way over.
Mm-mm. What?
What? I bet you if you Google that joke, it already exists.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you stole it. You stole it.
No, I didn't.
You stole it.
Like, literally, I thought it up on the way over. Because, you know what I was doing?
I thought of that movie
I was
before.
riding along on the highway, and I was listening to Belle and Sebastian, and I was thinking to myself, this might be the quintessential hipster band. And then I said, no, you know what the quintessential hipster band would be?
Beauty and the Beast.
I've never heard of it.
Beauty and the Beast is too popular for Belle and Sebastian to be hipster enough.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Beauty and the Beast is a very popular movie.
Okay.
Okay, and Belle and Sebastian are two characters from Beauty and the Beast.
I am aware of that.
That's
They're
it.
also a Scottish band
They don't have
that
Beauty
no
and
one in
Beast
the world
Scotland.
has heard of.
So people have heard of Belle and Sebastian. The ultimate hipster band has to have the ultimate hipster name. It has to be the most obscure reference to something.
I know. That's what I'm saying. When I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, so the actual most quintessential band would be a band that no one, literally, that no one has ever heard or heard of.
Even the band members?
Exactly. They don't even know they're in a band.
Holy shit. It could be us.
It could be. We don't know.
Do we make music?
Yeah.
We make something for people's ears.
We make something.
Okay.
Huh.
That's interesting.
I'm just saying. I mean, for all we know, Raphael.
Oh my god.
The ultimate Christian rock band hipster.
Yes.
Oh man. Imagine Christian indie
I
music.
don't even want to think about that.
Ooh.
Christian anything is like not good.
True.
Christmas is good. I like that.
Yeah. It's my favorite holiday.
Yeah. I don't like how anybody could ever say any other holiday is their favorite.
Yeah, I don't either.
That
And I
upsets
don't like
me.
the people that pick, like, the weird shit.
St. Patrick's Day is my favorite holiday.
Like, fuck.
Because I get crunked up. I hate when girls say like Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
That's the worst holiday because you either feel good about yourself or you feel like shit. But
I don't
Christmas,
ever
you
feel
always.
shit on Valentine's Day.
I'll never feel bad, even though
Even
I
But
single.
like, I'm saying
was
for like
alone
for like
a long-
for like girls, like they do.
Oh yeah, they feel fat.
But like Christmas, like everybody feels good about themselves.
Yeah,
Everybody's
everybody's
happy.
toys except for the families where they don't get toys. Because
Well-
they'd rather beat their kids on Christmas.
Yeah.
Jewish people,
Those
Jewish
people
people.
They parade through the ballroom and watch the other people eating their food.
At least they have fun.
At least
they get out of the
get
house.
a show. I mean,
They get out of their dungeon.
exactly.
You
It's
know-
like
you
the
know-
zoo for poor people.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't understand? Because like our neighbors, like what I guess the people across the street from us are Jewish. And I'm like, oh, like how come they're not like, you know,
The
they
Muslims?
no, not those people. Like
Oh.
I guess there's like another people that are like Jewish.
Yeah.
But I was just like, how come they don't, like they never put up any Christmas lights or like just lights in general, just to celebrate? Like, oh, well, they're Jewish. I'm like,
So?
I'm
So
like,
they
we're,
hate light.
yeah, I'm like, so, and
Yeah,
they're like, well, like,
It's true.
like you know, like
Couldn't they put a whole bunch of menorah candles just like all over the place?
But they just call them Hanukkah lights. Why did they?
I know,
don't
just call them
Christmas lights.
Hanukkah lights.
Hanukkah.
Just call them lights.
Just
Or
call them
holiday
lights.
lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't even call
We're
them
putting
holiday
up some
lights.
lights.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why?
We just-
Why?
Because we can. Eat a dick. Like, that's
Exactly.
yeah. Like who's gonna
My
say
house.
anything?
it. Yeah.
But like I just never understood that, and people are like, well, like because they're Jewish. I'm like, well, we're fucking atheists, and we celebrate Christmas. Like we just don't celebrate the Jesus
Although I
part
guess
of it.
atheists, you would put up no lights, right? It'd be the absence of light.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
It's the absence of like intelligence.
Exactly.
Because like idiots are stupid. They don't believe in God.
Exactly.
Matt, God made light. Okay.
Right, I forgot.
Therefore, if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in light.
On the first day, Matt, he created light, right? When did he create light?
Let there be
No,
light.
he said, "Let there be light" on like the third day.
Okay.
So he
So
created
He created
everything
the heavens and the earth.
in complete darkness. He didn't know what he was doing. He
Exactly.
didn't see what he was doing. Then he was like, "Let there be light." He's like, "Oh shit!" Like it came out.
Which makes
perfect.
it all the more impressive that he was able to
Until
get
you're a
everything
magician.
the way it is now,
Well,
in the dark.
And it's also impressive that he came up with an increment of time that is derived out of like one lunar and one solar cycle without actually
any
having a
light.
source of light.
That's right.
So it's impressive that he could call it a day when there was no such thing as the sun yet,
Exactly.
or the moon.
Well, but he knew what it was going to be. He just didn't.
I don't like this. I mean,
Of course you
I don't like this Tom Cruise Minority Report bullshit of knowing that something was going to be the way it was. No, I don't like it.
Well, I don't either.
Are you saying he's an
but-
observer?
No, I'm saying. Well, yes, he is the ultimate observer. He's the first
The
observer.
Yeah. Do you think that's where Fringe is going?
I think so.
They're going to meet God and kill his ass?
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty damn
That
cool.
would be pretty fucking cool.
It would also have the lowest rating in a new TV
Oh,
show.
they
No,
can't get
I
much
think-
lower than they are right now.
That's
I
true.
think I bumped the rating so because like, oh my god, have you seen that new Fringe episode where they fucking killed guy? Like,
What's Fringe?
What?
Well, we gotta watch it now because they killed God. at
We
the
gotta
end.
watch the whole
that was the
series.
end of the show.
That was the ending. Fuck. That's the reason we've never made the Golden Compass sequels.
Ooh, maybe they should make a series where like it starts off where they like kill God, and then like everything afterwards is like the aftermath of like that.
And everyone's partying.
Like, woo!
They're murdering people, but no one's dying, so it's just like amazing.
Well, see, this is what I would say we do, okay? We'd start the beginning, we would kill God.
With what? That's what I'm saying. It is too hard to kill God because what would you use to kill him?
Okay, then you know what? God kills himself.
He can't, though.
Yes, he can.
No, he's all powerful. There's
I know.
nothing that he could.
There's nothing he couldn't do.
But he's all powerful and all existent and whatever, so he can't, like, not exist.
Yes, he can.
No.
If he chooses not to exist, he will not
If he
exist.
chews his own, like, head off? You think he'd eat himself? He'd just, like, implode?
That'd be a pretty tasty way to go.
Okay.
Would you eat yourself?
If I could eat myself and that's what I want to kill myself?
Would
yeah,
you?
I would do that, yeah.
Matt, would you?
Especially if I was the only person who
Where
could
would
do
you
that.
start?
If it was like my dick.
Okay, but you can't reach it, obviously, so.
I'd start by...
If you're God, you could.
Yeah, there you go. Could I use my hands to rip certain parts of my body away so that I may eat those first?
Yes.
Then I'd rip my ribs out and eat those, and then I'd be able to fold like butter and eat my dick.
There you go.
But I'd probably spoil my appetite on the ribs.
Let me ask you this. If God can do anything,
He can't, but go on.
okay, if he could.
Okay, I got
I'm
you.
not saying God can do anything. I'm
Gotcha.
saying if God could do anything,
Because
would
you
he
didn't give me a good
himself,
deal on my TV.
Would he give himself a giant dick? Or would he just make himself...
What? I'm laughing, I don't even know how it's going to end.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay, because you have the option, let's say, of making yourself like a 12-foot...
12-foot cock. Okay.
Okay? Or you can just make your whole body one big cock.
But no, he would give himself a 12-foot cock
Would
because...
he?
Yeah, because if you made yourself a cock, then you'd have to climb up inside of women.
Yeah.
It would essentially just be like your face up in them.
Yeah.
And it's stinky.
I mean, you could plug up.
Nah, I think he didn't. I think he just did a 12-foot cock.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say, would he give himself a 12-foot cock or like a 12-foot mouth so that he can suck his cock? Because either way, you know he's going to be doing
Well,
that.
yeah, of course. I mean, that's why he didn't do anything for the first few days, did he?
Just sucked himself off?
I mean, of course.
Ooh, that's another okay. Here's another good question. I want to add to this. If God is all all powerful and all knowing, does he know what semen tastes like, and does that make him gay?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Because
hold on a second though. If God's gay, then why do all these religious people hate gay guys?
God would have to be gay. He created a man first.
That's true.
I mean, if we had the ability to create someone, would we not pick a woman?
Yeah, I would pick a woman first.
I mean,
to watch her fucking running around naked? Hell yeah.
No, because think about this, okay?
Because Adam was on here before Eve for a while.
Exactly.
And then they made Eve out of the rib.
Because Adam couldn't have a baby.
Yeah, so here's God that puts all this effort into the man, and then he's on the woman, he's no, just take a fucking rib or do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Just no fucking...
No, that's what I'm saying.
No work at all. No thought put into it.
Yeah, I mean, God was all about the dick. Clearly.
So then he didn't spend the first few days sucking his own dick, he spent it sucking Adam's dick.
No, he spent it sucking his own for a while, and then he came up with the great idea, I just made this world, let's create a plaything for me.
Yeah, let's create someone else to be able to suck my dick.
Exactly, because it's so much work to...
Well, it's not work for him.
Well,
he's
God.
God.
True. It's not
but
work.
He's got bored with it, you know?
But it feels different when somebody else is doing it.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I don't want to say that we should rewrite the Bible, but I'm going to say we should probably rewrite the Bible.
Probably should. I mean...
I think the three of us...
In light of all of this information that's come to light...
Yeah. Yeah, okay. What would we call our new Bible, though?
The Holier Bible.
Ah, clever, the pun. No.
Wait, what? I wasn't going for a pun, I was just saying it was better.
I don't know how to think about that. Gotta come up with the perfect title.
The Holy Bible version 2.
Nah.
Version 2.0.
No, that's too... God, are you there? It's me, God.
Hey, God's dick. Do you want to be sucked? It's me, God.
Okay.
And Adam. Hey, Adam, it's me, God. Wanna fuck?
That's direct and to the point.
The book. The novel.
You don't have to put the novel.
The epic.
There you go.
There we go.
The epic story of love.
And loss.
In the time of cholera.
I thought cholera was a disease.
Okay.
Is it?
Yes. That's why I was like...
what is the book about, though?
It's about love in the time of cholera.
But do they have cholera?
What? At the time that the story was set? Yes.
No, the characters.
No, they do not. But it's in that area, and there are people in the story who do cholera or die.
Because when people talk about the story, they talk about it's is it a love story? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, people just talk about that part of it, and I'm like, well, where's the cholera? No one ever talks about that.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense then.
There you go.
Learn something every day.
Yeah.
Learned a lot today.
We learned many things.
God is not great.
Well, I think the jury's still out on that. In fact, I think we need a jury to rule on whether God is actually real at some point. The Supreme Court really needs to weigh in on that.
I'm sure they will.
So,
here's a good question. If you could remove your butthole, would you?
Where would the shit go if I did? Would it just cease to exist? Would we no longer actually...
If you could remove your human need to digest and poop. Like, if you just ate food, it gave you a full feeling. Like, it went to a stomach, and then the stomach just kind of, like, went and, like, vanished out of your stomach. Or, like, just kind of, like, turned into, like, it broke down into energy, but, like, there was no waste that was created.
Right.
Would you like that better than being able to poop?
Yeah, probably. I feel like I'd get more stuff done.
I feel like pooping is just, like, that's the time when I get stuff done.
It's a very satisfying feeling when you just like, you're like, all that shit just comes out. You're like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but if it wasn't there, you wouldn't even know.
I know.
Right, but if you
energized
didn't have to go poop, how would you ever get away from your girlfriend or wife?
Well, I would obviously take a mistress. So really, I mean, pooping is saving my marriage right now.
That's one way to look at it.
That's the only way to look at it. I mean,
then,
if you take away my ability to poop, I'm just going to be out in the world fucking. So.
Would you rather give up eating or fucking?
Probably. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Because I do like to eat. And I do like to fuck. I do like to eat while I'm fucking.
And you like to fuck what
and
you
I
eat.
like to fuck what I'm eating. So wow. And see, I can't really divorce those two in my mind. I really can't. I can't separate them. It's all one bodily function to me. Like when I eat, I basically have an orgasm.
You sit up on the table and wipe your lips away, and then big old cum stain.
Which is really why I tip 20%.
You have a cigarette?
So you can't have that in here. Yeah.
It's like, hold on, give me a second.
Oh, God. So why are you sweating so much? All you had was a salad.
It's really good.
Get that like cold shiver down your spine, like, oh. Like that shiver, like you need to take a
sit at the table like this, like, oh God. Get back. What is your after sex? What is your after sex position that you get into?
Yeah, it's flat on the back, arms behind the head,
eyes closed.
Eyes closed, of course. I mean, yeah. Pretty much.
Now, is there a cleanup process that goes on down there, or do you just
not
leave
immediately.
it? Do you just leave it like
just leave it
destroyed?
For a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, just wreck
just
it.
to fuck it. Just wreck it, Ralph, and just leave it a big old mess. And
yeah.
Yeah. I did the same thing. That's the best.
I mean, you gotta have downtime, and it's really recuperation.
Yeah.
Especially since you gotta go again.
Yeah.
In a few minutes, so.
Yep, we gotta go for another few minutes in a few minutes.
You can't be standing up fast.
Basically, every 2 minutes,
was like,
I gotta be ready to go. And then after those 2 minutes are up, then I can go back into my position. And then 2 minutes later, I gotta go again. Last another couple minutes. So I mean, our evenings they're like 10 hours long though.
It's like a French meal.
You do the math on that.
I'm trying to do the math. Matt looks silent over there.
That's because Matt doesn't have sex.
I do have sex. Just haven't had sex in a while. Almost a year. No, only a couple months.
Wait a minute, I forgot about that one time.
Yeah, I forgot about that one time.
When Raphael came over.
No.
I want this to happen. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make Raphael admit his feelings for Matt.
I'll be the day we cease to be friends.
and begin to be lovers.
God, shut up.
I was gonna say, you can't sever that relationship. You just take it to the next level.
No.
Take it to the level. Is that a song? No. Well, take it to the limit.
It sounds like it should be. Could be our new single.
Yeah.
Sounds like it should be. It's got a catchy tune. It might be a song.
I really thought it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
Nice.
It would take it to the limit. It is.
Take it to the limit.
Not take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level.
Take it to the top.
Distribute those points to his strength and agility. And equip his broadsword. I don't know.
Yeah, we should write the first RPG.
First RPG single.
It could be a concept album. We could tell the entire tale of this.
Of like an RPG that we made up.
RPG that we make up.
We have so many brilliant ideas on this show that we never actually.
That's because we're lazy.
We should, yeah.
I mean, we're brilliant, but we're fucking lazy.
Yeah, there's no.
Can't even finish the sentence.
I'm so lazy I can't think of what I'm trying to say. I said the
Use your words.
Fuck. What am I trying to? The ideas are there, but the it's not. That's, I don't know. I can't think. What's the word? The word where you actually like when you put shit into motion. The application is not there.
Okay.
Whew! That was a tough one. Holy shit! Getting into my sex position. I'm done. Do you think that's how people feel whenever they say something that's like slightly more intelligent than the normal shit they say? Do you think they just go, "Oh God," like they just came and they're like, "Oh man, I can't believe I just said something so average."
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if people that are really smart get down on themselves if they say something pedantic or very, middle of the road.
Yeah.
But I wonder, because they know, if you're really stupid, but you say something that actually is intelligent, would they even know that they're actually being intelligent?
I think the only way they would know is when someone else, when like other people
say that they're intelligent.
Like, wow, like holy crap, that's like an awesome, whatever you just said, it was like fucking enlightening. Like, my God, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, but
they could be stupid too.
Exactly, that's what I said. They usually you surround yourself with like people, so that's why I think there's so many stupid people out there that have these ridiculous ideas that actually move beyond that because they have so many idiots sitting around beside them, egging them on and saying this is a brilliant idea. And that's why I think the state of everything is terrible.
Like, how many of those things do you think, like, okay, like, let's say, for instance, like, the guy that went to, like, the whole, like, pet rock shit, like, because that's, like, a stupid idea.
Of course.
And, like, he probably had people that were like, oh, like, but how many of those people do you think were just egging him on just to see him fail? But then once he succeeded, they were probably like, oh, fuck me, like, are you serious?
Yeah, maybe a few, but I don't think that many. I think a lot of them were actually thinking that was a brilliant idea. Which is just ridiculous. I don't understand.
I made $1 million.
Remember silly bands or crazy bands? What were they called?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're called silly bands or something like that.
I don't even remember because it's so stupid.
Yeah. I mean, that's what fads are.
Yeah.
They're just really stupid ideas that I don't understand why people latch on to them. Probably because they're stupid too.
They're definitely stupid.
Okay. Alright, what else?
Got a job interview.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. What kind of job? Don't tell me where, but what kind?
A bank.
A bank.
I'm actually pretty excited.
How long did it take you for them to call you back?
2 days.
Really? 2 days? Okay.
Only place I applied for.
Well, I put in an application for a bank as well. Not the same one, but a bank. So hopefully they had 2 positions open, a full-time and a part-time. So I'll take either one of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, mine's a part-time. It's only 20 hours, but I mean, that's great for like school. Cause I've been exhausted at this job.
Right.
Because they told me I would only be like 25 hours around that. But I'm working 8.5-hour shifts, like 4 days a week. So I'm like, that is not 25 hours. That's like almost 35. Right. But then it's still like fucking just random. Like all of a sudden, like we'll get done like quickly, and I'm out at 11:30. Like I got off 11:30 the other day, scheduled till 3:30. I was like, the fuck am I supposed to... I'm like, okay, like, I'm awesome, but now I have no money from this paycheck. It's going to be like a total turd.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what I'm saying, like the banks, because you have to be there.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But at the same time, like, if they tell you, like, I'm pretty sure the banks have a little bit better system of, like, if they're like, yeah, you got to work 20 hours a week, they're like, that's it. Like, you're really not going to go above that because they're not going to want to pay you, like, extra.
Right.
Well, they're already paying you, like, $10, $11 an hour.
Yeah.
To begin with, which is, like, better than most places. For, like, a part-time job. And full-time is probably the same or more. I would figure probably more.
Probably a little more, yeah.
So, it's like a $25,000 job.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad for no education.
Yeah, exactly. I work for a bank. I love it.
You just work your way up.
Do you actually like it?
Yeah, I do. I really like it.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. Best job I've ever had.
What do you do? Just sit there?
Yes, Matt. I get paid to sit and stare at a wall.
That's the only reason I could think it would be awesome.
No, what I get to do
You want me to do stuff for money? Oh, God.
I actually do get to sit at my my desk
Yeah.
and surf the internet.
Wait, is it like
basically.
like your own desk or is it like a cubicle?
It's a cube. We're into cubes. But it's a nice big cube with high walls.
So people can't see
So
you?
people can't see me.
Can you put a roof on it?
Yeah, I really want to make it into like a fort.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Which would be...
Can
Like
you
a
do
little-
that?
really cool.
Like a little
I don't
castle
think
fort?
I can.
You should
I'm
look
thinking about
into
just
it.
doing it and not asking permission.
Yeah.
And permanently attaching.
Get some fucking like gorilla glue on that bitch.
That's right. But yeah, and then
That's why I plan
I'll put like a curtain or something so people have to like knock on the outside. I'll put a little sign that says knock.
Please
before
not
you
come
enter.
jerking it.
Exactly. You do not want to walk in here without announcing your presence.
But you don't wear headphones, so like your computer's just blasting like, oh, fucking
Oh yeah. Nah, I can't watch porn at work. They block that shit.
Have you tried?
No, but I've seen like we have a pretty hefty security
so
system.
you get a proxy.
Yeah, no, they
position.
shut that shit down too.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but the amount of time and work it would take me.
See, that's why you need a tablet.
Since they monitor everything,
My dick's out. I'm beating on the tablet.
I mean, I could just bring my laptop up there.
Yeah. They don't allow that, do they?
Yeah, they do.
What?
I can bring my own personal laptop up there.
Holy
I just can't-
shit.
I can't connect it to the internet. Not to there. I can't connect it to the network.
Why?
Because that is a breach of security. We can only use officially licensed.
God, what is this, a Stone Age?
Is this a prison that you work at? Are you a prisoner? Wink,
You know I can
once.
use my laptop at college, right?
Jeff, wink once if you're a
Yeah,
prisoner,
it's-
wink twice if you're not.
We don't really like to call ourselves prisoners. It's similar, but it's really more like, okay, we go to like those. You go to those country club kind of resort style prisons where the
Okay.
white collar criminals go.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like. I mean,
like what, a
so they've got
rehabilitation
ping
center.
pong, they've got pool
Yeah,
tables, they've got video games.
They pay
in the common
you.
room. They pay you to just kind of sit around and do nothing.
You can go home whenever you want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that how white collar prisons work?
Actually, there are some. The very, very minimum security ones, they don't even have fences.
Yeah.
They're actually, it's on an honor system. It really is. And like if you, basically what they do is they
So it's a
mark the
volunteer.
boundary so that you know where the boundary is,
Yeah.
but they don't put up a fence. But if you cross it,
Will they shoot you?
they will hunt you down.
So it's not really on an honor system. It's on a like you can try it.
Right. It's a, we're not going to stop you. If we see you doing it, we will stop you.
Right.
But if you do it, like if you're out for a walk and stuff, we don't have guards patrolling out there. If you just like wander into the woods, once you cross the line, you can't come back from it. Although I would be the kind of person that would immediately like go to the line, step over it, and then step back in and look around.
And then
Just because I want to see like what
a
happens.
bunch of little dots on your head.
Exactly. Then I would be like, and then I would run.
Yeah.
Because clearly
Towards the prison to go
the
inside.
game is afoot at that point.
Yeah.
But But anyway, did you watch The Running Man yet?
I started it with Takara and then I fell asleep quickly.
Okay.
So, but I got to the part where they're flying in the helicopter at the very beginning.
Okay, so you got like 2 minutes. Good job.
The credits weren't done yet.
That's what I figured.
I passed out.
Because actually, in that they have what I would consider to be the best form, which is they have an explosive collar around them, and they set up a perimeter.
Yeah.
And if you walk past it, it starts to ding, 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 and you have to get back inside of it within a certain amount of time, or it blows up. I was like, that would be effective.
That's kind of what the... What's that movie with Shia LaBeouf?
Holes?
No.
Disturbia?
Yeah, Disturbia.
That's an ankle brace.
Yeah. I know, but it's like the same, like, little...
That's a house arrest, like...
Yeah, but, like, he still had the boundaries, and, like, it went off, for, like, a certain amount of time.
Now, hold on now.
For 10 seconds.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Why put the bracelet...
around the ankle and not around the...
dick?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Like, instead of an exploding neck collar, an exploding dick collar, step on the boundaries, you gotta get your ass back in here before your dick blows up.
I would probably be more likely to make it back in if my dick was...
Exactly.
On the line.
If your head's on the line...
then rather... I mean...
on the chopping block,
exactly.
to say.
Because if my head blows up, I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
Well...
That's it. If my dick blows up...
Possibly.
They might save my fucking life and not replace it.
Yeah. Or if they do replace it, something comical.
Can it just be like the mush left over, just like...
It would look like silly putty. They just
packed together with the...
They could do that. I feel like more likely they'd put like a...
They just wrap it on with saran wrap.
A chicken, like a rubber chicken little toy. They'd put like something funny. They'd sew it back on there. A little squeak toy.
So a transformer or something on there. Like Optimus Prime on your dick.
Can they put one of those little finger puppets on there?
He transforms into a cock.
Now hold on. That's pretty cool.
I know.
Can't transform into a bigger
How interesting
cock.
would it be if they sold dildos that transformed into robots and stuff like that?
Oh, that'd be brilliant, because if you were a girl, you could just be like, oh, I'm just like a nerdy girl who's into Transformers. If someone like somehow like found it in your purse or whatever, like,
yeah,
you accidentally drop your shit and you're like, oh no, and oh wait a minute, it's just a toy. It's just a little action figure.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's got like lots of little like weird little fleshy ends to it.
Exactly.
It looks a bit odd.
we just have it on your like. They can just have it on their fucking bookcase at home.
Yeah.
Nobody would think anything, but like the minute you're about to sleep with a guy, you'd be like, "Hey, you got the Transformers thing." Now they're fucking impressed when it turns into a dildo, because like not only do you have a Transformer, but now I'm gonna fuck you with it too.
I'm on the other end of that though, because I wouldn't be impressed if a girl was like, "Hey, I want to fuck you, but hold on a second, grab that toy over there for me first, because you don't please me enough."
Yeah, see, and I think there would be a lot of guys that would be excited because you're about to live your fantasy from your childhood. You're about to fuck a girl with Optimus Prime
By your side.
Yeah, like tag teaming that shit, like Chinese finger cuffing. But then all of a sudden she turns it into a big giant black dildo.
And then you're looking at your own
and
dick,
you look at your own and you're like,
oh shit.
oh, that's what you like?
Why are we together?
Exactly. And she's like, well,
sure.
I like your brain, and I've got Optimus Prime, so...
See, I don't buy that whole girls like smart guys. They like them smart to... I'm just saying. They like them smart to a certain degree until like...
Matt, trust me from someone who has a small fucking dick.
There is absolutely no way this girl is hanging out with me for any other reason
than my brain. No.
I'm just saying.
That's not
true. Here, okay. I will say that I agree to the extent that if the girl were given a choice of a smart guy with a little dick or a dumb guy with a giant cock, she's going to take the dumb guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this one time about attributes that we were looking for in a woman, and one of my friends just piped in at the very end and he was like, you know what, you can't teach tits.
Yeah.
You can't teach cock. So you can always, there's always hope that you can make a guy smarter. but there's very, very little hope at this point because I check science journals every day that you can make your dick huge.
Yeah.
So I do all the exercises, but it doesn't work.
What exercise is that? Just tug at it?
Yeah, pretty much.
For a full
I've been
10
doing
hours?
that since I was 12, so
Yeah.
it still hasn't worked.
It's still the same size as it was when I was 12. Matt just got really depressed.
I know.
He's like, oh man.
Why did I get depressed?
Because you're like thinking to yourself, like all those sites that I bookmarked.
What bookmarks?
And just telling me that there's no hope for me.
I don't believe in that shit. I remember people used to tell
No
me
one
that crap.
believes in that shit,
Yeah.
man.
I know.
That's the
No,
whole point.
people do.
Well,
people
because they're
do.
idiots.
Well, yeah. Well, they're still like fucking kids.
But if they're dumb, they
stuff.
should have large cocks then.
No.
How much does that suck if you're a dumb guy? If you're a dumb guy with no sense of humor and a small dick.
And a small dick.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And poor.
Generally. Yeah.
Now, okay, you didn't throw in a big factor.
Okay.
Dumb guy, huge cock, or smart guy, little cock,
Lots of money.
Lots of money. Let's be
Yeah,
honest. The dumb
I'll
guy's
take
not gonna
that.
have anything.
Not entirely true. There are a lot of dumb guys out there that have quite a bit of money. There really
Yeah.
are.
The Girls Gone Wild dude. That
Well,
dude
that's
is
a smart
dumber
guy,
than
though.
no, he's dumber than a sack
That's a
of
brilliant
fucking
idea,
bricks.
though. That's a brilliant idea.
But it wasn't his
I don't-
idea. Like he was partnered with someone that started it, and then
well,
they broke off, whatever. And I read my history of Girls Gone Wild.
that guy's like.
I was on their site and I was like trying to find out like, the porn, and I was like, oh, here's some
I'm
info.
just,
and I was like,
I'm just talking about like somebody that's just like totally like fucking brain dead. See, that guy's probably still got like some sort of like attitude to him that like is appealing for some reason to women. So like in a way, he's like brilliant in that way. But like, I'm just
he's
talking
an
about
idiot
some
savant.
like I'm just talking about some fool that's just like drooling on the damn table. Like
You're talking about a retard.
That's different.
No.
We're talking about functional human
We're talking about
beings.
functionally like
hey,
dumb.
there are functional human beings that drool. They just sit there and go, "What?"
No, not really.
Yeah.
Those aren't very functional.
Mashed potato brains is not a functional.
No, I understand what you're saying.
How are we
but-
on time? No one's watching this thing. We're already pushing like 2
2
fucking
hours.
hours. Over 2 hours.
I thought
One job.
we were getting interesting. I didn't want to like stop it.
It's true. We did
That's
start
true,
off
we did.
very slow.
Yeah, we could just cut out that first hour. Start off.
Start off on something about God and his dick or whatever.
That's where it gets. Yeah, that's where we started going. So
Okay.
okay. Well, then I'll mention this as well. Okay, so did you guys see about Aaron Sorkin talking about he's writing the Steve Jobs movie?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, he announced today because he's adapting the book,
Yeah.
biography of him. He announced the other day on a panel that he was talking about that the movie is going to be 3 scenes total, and it's going to be in real time. Each scene is 30 minutes long, and it's going to happen exactly in real time, just like it would for the audience. And it's going to be 3 different scenes of Steve Jobs backstage before he announces the launch of a different product.
That's all
And
it's
that's
gonna
the
be.
entire movie. It's just 3 30-minute scenes.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Stupid.
Yeah, it's retarded.
It's as stupid as the iPhone 5. It's as stupid as every Apple product that's come out in the last 5 years.
But is it so stupid that it's actually genius?
Yes, just like everything Apple stands for.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It makes. I mean, like the genius bar. It's like those people are so stupid that they're considered geniuses.
I know. They are.
They are so stupid that they don't even know what operating system that they're supposed to support technical service to,
Really.
because they allow people to bring their PCs in.
Yeah. I don't know.
That whole company, man.
I know.
People actually bring in their fucking Windows computers there.
Mhm.
Yeah, they do.
Like assholes, like fucking assholes. You fix it? Of course we can. They're dumb as shit, and there's a drooling human being and dumb as shit.
Yeah, they all probably have big cups.
That's true. I think that's how you get a job there. Sorry, man.
Yeah. I just think it's an interesting approach
No, it's definitely dumb. It's definitely just dumb with dumb.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's not genius. It's just dumb.
I'm not saying it's genius. I'm saying it's an interesting approach to the
I
story.
mean, how much different could each scenes be?
I mean, they're going to be 3 different.
As different
eras.
as each product is.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like, what? Not that different.
Yeah.
It just depends. But I don't know. We'll see.
I think it'd be more interesting if each scene was directed by a different director. So it'd be like the 4 rooms. Oh, yeah, they have Quentin Tarantino direct one scene. Have J.J. Abrams direct one scene. Holy shit. The unveiling of like the product with fucking lens flares. Oh my god, the screen would light up. You'd be like, ah!
I can't even see it. It's magnificent.
And then the last one would be directed by David Fincher.
Exactly. In which Steve Jobs kills somebody.
And gets a dildo rammed up his ass.
Exactly. I'd probably go watch that movie.
I would watch that movie. To see Steve Jobs just get obliterated by a dildo.
I think I would like the Quentin Tarantino one more, like the most out of all of them, because there'd probably be a character with a rocket launcher leg and like samurais and shit.
That was Robert Rodriguez.
Well, whatever. The same people, pretty much.
Okay, so let me ask you something. When you watch Grindhouse,
I didn't watch either one of them.
which movie did you like the most?
I didn't watch either one of them.
Yeah. So when I normally ask people that question, they go, "What do you mean? Oh, that was just one movie." Yeah, exactly. Like you don't remember the one with the driving, do you?
I like Death Proof the most of those two. I didn't like the Robert Rodriguez one. Planet Terror.
I liked Planet Terror better.
There were some couple moments in there I thought was good, but I thought Death Proof was.
I mean, you're
Slider.
You're picking like the best of the worst. I mean, they're both crap movies.
I agree.
But they sucked.
Good, but
and that Django Unchained, like the more I actually like see things of it, I'm like, oh, that looks terrible.
No, I'm excited for that.
It looks terrible.
It looks awesome.
It will be as terrible as Kill Bill was.
It looks terribly
I love
awesome.
Kill Bill.
I love
No,
Kill
you
Bill.
didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I really did.
No, you
I like
didn't.
it.
No one likes Kill Bill.
I own them.
I like them.
Them. Only Kill Bill I know is 1 and 2. The best movie ever made. I don't know. I don't have a Tarantino like fucking hard on.
I don't either,
Yeah,
but I like his
Like, I don't
movies
like-
in general.
I don't like Pulp Fiction. I don't like Reservoir Dogs.
Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs is awesome.
No, it's
I
not.
didn't like Reservoir Dogs.
Jackie Robinson. Is it about the baseball player?
Yeah, Jackie Robinson gets involved in a drug cover-up.
It was a documentary?
Scheme. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's what Quentin Tarantino does. He doesn't create fiction. He just documents what really happens in real life.
Oh, okay, well, explain Django Unchained.
Exactly.
It's just about the
He traveled back in time,
Yeah.
and then he just followed around. He took Jamie Foxx with him to
Yeah.
narrate.
Found a guy that looked just like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, found a guy. I think it was Jamie Foxx's slave
Ancestor.
relative.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, so now how do you feel?
Pretty stupid.
Now I think it's going to win the Oscar for Best Documentary. No, my thing with Tarantino is I cut him a lot of slack because he makes genre films, and I cut a lot of people a lot of slack if they stick primarily to genre filmmaking, which I don't consider to be high-end filmmaking anyway. You know, like I gave John Carpenter a lot of passes for a lot of years until he just completely fell to shit. Because he pretty much just does genre horror work. And he did it pretty well for a while. And Tarantino's still doing it. And he's doing it pretty well. He's actually I think he's getting better at it. But, I don't know. He's no Fellini.
I don't know what Italian pasta dish you just named, but
So do you even know who Fellini is?
I know what Bellini is.
It's terrible.
It's a pasta. Or sauce, I can't remember.
I was like laughing because we were in the grocery store today. And they have like the little sauce packets you can just like buy, just like powdering, just pour it in fucking water. And they had an Alfredo sauce one. I'm like, oh, that's what Robert should have gotten when
He made gravy.
Did I tell you about that? Okay. Like, I was over at my friend's
We had
house.
a rap soon.
And,
It's starting.
And he was like, hey, let's make like Alfredo pasta. And I'm like, all right. He's like, yeah, let's like try to just like make it from scratch. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm like, you want me to pull a recipe? He's like, no, like, let's just do it out of our minds. And I'm just like,
let's just tap into our inner
Does he actually
goddesses.
like talk like that?
yeah.
Let's just do it out of our minds.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just
he
like,
thought he could like move objects with his mind.
I'm just like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, like, don't you think we should get like a basic sort of recipe, like just so we know like what kind of shit we're supposed to put in there? He's just like, no, man. He's like, let's just wing it. He's like, I got like a pretty good idea of what it like is. He's like, it's thick, so you know, there's probably like
there's some cum in it.
He's like,
let's check each other out for a second. That's like, okay.
He's like, so there's probably like flour and stuff and like milk. I'm like, okay. He's just like, yeah, we'll just go from there. He ended up just making fucking thick ass like white gravy, and it was like the nastiest shit I've ever tasted in my life. Like over like this pasta, it was so, he didn't put any cheese in it. I'm like, fool. I'm like, what do you think Alfredo is? And
obviously flour and cum.
I remember looking at the recipe like afterwards, and it was like 3 or 4 different cheeses that you needed to melt and like do all this shit. I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, I just ate fucking watered down flour, like with milk.
Wow.
Boiled.
Yeah.
That's how chefs are born. It's that creative drive.
Yeah.
No.
You gotta just get in there and do it. And just
That's what we were arguing, like if cooking is an art or if it's like a science. And I was like, it's a science.
It's a science.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think you can do... The most you can do that's like artistic when it comes to cooking is not really cooking. It comes to like the decorating and like the presentation of the food. When it comes to actually cooking it, you can't fuck with ingredients, because when you start doing that...
Well, okay, here's the way that I look at it.
I'm saying, like, if the recipe's already made, don't change things in a recipe to be like, oh, I'm gonna make it better. You're like, no, you're not. You're just gonna fuck it up.
You can. I mean, that's fine. But again, it's not art. That's not really doing it. But cooking, you can play around with. You know, you don't have to do everything in the exact measurements that there are and stuff like that. It's really taste. As long as it tastes good.
Yeah.
That's fine. Baking, you can't fuck around with.
I know.
Baking is specifically, you have to use those amount of ingredients, that amount of time, that temperature, that you have to do that. Because that is definitely science. But cooking, you can play around with. I play around with recipes all the time.
Yeah.
Of course, I've been cooking for a long time. But, yeah, I know when you said flour and stuff, I was like, he's just gonna fucking make gravy, dude. He's making a roux and he's just gonna make gravy.
Like, I remember him putting in like,
which is impressive that he made gravy with.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he understood the
it
concept.
was horrible gravy.
Shit gravy, but still he understood the concept of what a gravy like is supposed to be, thick and white.
That's like every time afterwards, he's like, oh, Mary's like, you gotta have some of my biscuits and gravy. I'm like, dude, I don't want to eat anything you fucking cook anymore.
Oh, you know you can make gravy.
No, it was shit gravy though, so I don't want like, I don't even like gravy. Like,
I just don't understand.
like I like, does a au jus count as like a type of gravy?
No.
Damn it.
That's just the
Jus
meat
is
is
the
juice.
juices.
I don't know, there's like a type of gravy that's almost like au jus, but it's a little bit thicker, but not as thick as like some of the gravy.
It's brown
Yeah,
gravy,
just
just like
regular
that.
brown gravy.
Brown gravy is what we do at Thanksgiving on our mashed potatoes and all that
Yeah,
crap.
you can make, just
no,
plain
no,
brown
but
gravy.
that's like thick though.
You
That's
can make
thick.
like pork gravy, you can make turkey gravy, you can make all this
Sausage
stuff.
gravy.
Yeah.
Like there's like a, what was I watching? It was probably like a Chef Ramsay thing, like on how to make gravy. And it was basically just the juices like left over, but then he did something else with it to like kind of help thicken it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
you
that's all
take-
it was. It was just
that's
like
how
the
you make
juices.
gravy.
That's how you make brown
I
gravy.
know,
You take
but-
the natural juices that are left over.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? You deglaze the pan, and then you take the natural juices, and then you take a little bit of that into another bowl, and you're either going to put some flour or you're going to put some cornstarch, and that's going to be your thickening agent. And you're
Yeah.
going to mix that, and then you're going to throw that into it, and then you're going to stir it around, and then the thickness comes from the amount of time and the level of heat. Okay, so the higher up you have it for the longer period of time, the thicker it will be. If you just do it a little bit, then yeah it's going to be thin gravy,
Yeah.
which is probably what they made.
Yeah.
So that's all you do.
Yeah, yeah.
You just keep it on low heat, and you.
So you're
continue to
okay
stir.
with gravy. You're just not okay with like white
Right.
gravy.
I don't like white gravy. I just don't like the thickness of it, like the fucking consistency of it.
Yeah, and that's...
I can feel like just like coating my mouth. I'm like, ugh, I don't like that. Like,
yeah, you like other white things coating your mouth.
There must be there must be some suppressed like memories going on there.
no, okay, this is where it comes from. Remember that?
From Cox. I know where it comes from.
Yeah. I mean, do you not like if you had a big long sausage?
No, it's like, have
You
you
dipped it in the
just
white
like
gravy.
No, he's like a dipping in the gravy. Okay, Matt. If,
no,
if you had a sausage between your hands and the gravy poured out of the sausage.
Yeah, if you injected the gravy into the sausage and then you bit into it,
God, I'm disgusting.
In your mouth, it like shot into the back of your throat. Would that be
burned it?
Would that be okay?
No.
We did get really salty.
No.
I don't know them.
Now, have you ever watched somebody just like eat fucking yogurt?
Yeah.
Like some like one of those
Anytime I
like,
see people eating yogurt, I smack that shit out of their hand because that's just disgusting.
I know.
Thank
Well, that's
you.
like
I think
I
fuck. I
fucking hate
hate
yogurt,
I hate
dude.
yogurt.
that's like the same like concept. It's just like that like consistency, like, you know, the thickness of it, like that.
Gravy
is just,
tastes good. Yogurt tastes like
Gravy
asshole.
I know,
Yogurt
but, like,
is like shit.
it's just like I think
just
of
like
people eating
cottage
yogurt.
cheese and all that shit.
Anything that
I
is
can't
made,
stand that
anything
kind
that
of
is
stuff.
made because the ingredient has spoiled
Yeah.
over time is fucking disgusting. I don't want it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like, ugh.
That's one of the consistency.
Why do you not like? Why do you not like it though? Why do you not like yogurt? It's just like spoiled, rotten milk that's like gotten thicker and nasty, and then we stirred it and put some flavoring in there. Like, fuck, that's why I don't like it. It's gross.
It's disgusting.
Cottage cheese. Oh
Yeah,
god.
I know exactly.
Goat cheese.
Yeah.
Ugh, fuck.
Mm-mm.
Cheese is made from cows. That's it. It's very simple. Or the French. Or French people's bathroom tubs.
Like,
That's it.
we're milking Frenchmen to get real French cheese.
Matt's milking them. There's a career. Milking French man.
Hey, dude.
That's Matt. What do you do for a living? I'm a milker. Alright, you work on a farm? Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of. It's a male farm.
Oh, so just male cows?
Some of them are heavy.
Well, they're male. And the goats? Yeah, maybe closer.
Frogs are very close.
Very close.
Dirty Frenchman. You got it.
So see? Career path set for Matt.
That's what they should really ask you on like those little career survey things.
What do you want to do?
Do you want to suck? Do you like sucking dick? Yes. Do you want to get paid to do it? Sure. Whore.
So, you were
Brand
going to be
you.
a John.
And they brand you.
Yes.
You were going to be a Benny boy. Off to Thailand.
Wow.
Enjoy
But that's
cock.
like how they determine like your first name, like just your name in general, by like what you wanted to do. So like your name was Benny Boy.
Benny Boy Jones.
Benny Boy Jones, like 012.
Well, okay.
What
So,
kind of island? Like,
nine.
you know, listen, they did
Five
name
niner.
like, people when they came over here, and they had to, you know, they named themselves after what they did. That's
Yeah.
where they were millers and farmers and all that shit. So are there like whores,
there's gotta be.
or is there like John Prostitute out there somewhere?
Yep.
Well, they would have a different name back then. Like,
What were they called?
I don't know.
I thought they were called prostitutes back then.
Were they? They still call
Pretty sure.
prostitutes?
I'm pretty sure.
Like a Allison Hussey. Bridget Charlatan.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. They gotta be out. There's someone that has to have
Gotta
a
be
last name
somewhere,
for.
I'm sure. And so we know what their ancestors did. And so think about that. Like every day they are reminded of how they got there.
They're born out of Whorelocks.
Whorelocks. That is our band name.
It's a bunch of goblins and warlocks.
Standing on a street corner. The red light.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
That is awesome. Wow.
That would be a cheap. That would be a cheap whore. Suck my poor dick for. I mean, my Whorelocks dick. Alright, let's wrap it up. A little piece of paper, I don't remember all the stuff we have. Alright. 3stuffedguys.libsyn.com, LIBSYN, is where the show is hosted, so you can listen to it on there. 3stuffed, or youtube.com/3stuffedguys, you can also listen to them on there. And we're on iTunes, just search 3stuffedguys. Twitter.com/3stuffedguys, you can follow us on there. Facebook.com/3stuffedguys, you can become a fan of our page on there. And 3stuffedguys@gmail.com is our email if you want to send us any questions or stories or measurements, pictures.
Pictures with measurements. Preferable.
No homo, please. No guys.
If you do, send those to Matt.
Yeah. And his email is Don Raphael. And then, speaking of homo, we want to thank Raphael Challen for the use of our theme song called Get Stuffed, which is a slightly homoerotic name, off the unreleased album Donuts, Bacon, and Donuts, Bacon, and Cookies, which is also very homoerotic. And he's a DJ, King Charles Productions. None of these things exist, I don't think, so don't really bother.
I'm not even sure if Raphael exists.
He might not. Don't bother contacting him. And that app has to come out eventually, but I'm not setting a date for this thing, so consider it, I don't know. Consider it the Last Guardian and Final Fantasy Versus 13 status right now. We'll get it out eventually, but yeah, that is it.
Alright. Are we done?
Are we gonna... What's our sign off? You gotta do something other than YOLO.
Okay. Whorelocks.
Pete, just end it.
Jesus.